saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MBA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Thursday afternoon.
Mason, Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, Thursday on this 12th of June with the Hall of Famers, at least one of them. Because Andy Kamenetsky's sitting in for Johnny I. Mace is here. Producer Laura, producer Brian Cohen, the social team in the back. Thank you to everybody who came on out to Islands yesterday in West Covina. Island boys. We had fun and frivolity and press in the flesh with everybody. By the way, if you want to sign up to play in the listener game on Friday, July 11th in West Covina, at the West Covina Sportsplex, part of All-Star Friday Night, go to ESPNLA.com right now and sign up. Registration is available online for just a few hours today. Don't miss out. We'll talk Dodgers. They beat those stinking Padres as we get ready for the scumbag Giants this weekend for a Father's Day weekend. Plus, how about those NBA Finals last night? Pacers win. Pacers win. The biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland with Andy, your Wednesday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And Chris Morales didn't know, but O'Shea Jackson Jr. is hanging out today, too. How are you, Shay?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Yeah, everything's good. Now, I really want to know. I've got two chains, right? I got two chains right here. Yeah. Now, Radio Michael fan gave me this one.
All right.
And then Jackson chains, I got this one. Now, yours are considerably icier than mine.
A little bit.
Yeah. Those are some serious icy chains.
Bro, if I got you one, I don't know how I would pull it off.
Oh, I would totally pull. What do you mean I wouldn't?
You wouldn't.
I pull off these two chains.
Yeah, because they plain Jane.
Why couldn't I pull off?
Because those are icy
ice.
ones.
I could get an icy chain. Brian, would I look good in an icy chain?
Oh, of course. If anybody can, it's my man
I
Mace
can pull
right
that
Come
off.
on, you ask Brian, the guy that never goes against you, the guy that's
Brian-
always on
sounds
your
like a smart
side.
move.
Brian is the
Thank you very
second
much.
smartest person here. So,
I just keep it 100.
so Shay, the big three starting out.
Absolutely, man.
Do you have your bullet points?
We got yeah,
we
man.
got
I
bullet
got 'em.
points.
I
I
got
want to
'em
make
in
sure
right
we
here.
hit these a couple of times for Dad.
Absolutely, man. We got our first game this weekend. It's gonna come here to Los Angeles August 9th, and it's looking like we're going to be at the Intuit Dome, which is great for the Intuit Dome.
Yeah, good for them.
But yeah, for the first time this season, Big Three is transitioning to a city summer. We got the Boston Ballhawks, Chicago Triplets, Dallas Power. We got a few teams, including Trilogy, who's won the most championships in the league. They are covering three cities because they are the DMV Trilogy. And I'll let you know some more.
All right, awesome.
Now, when you say when you're talking about the big three, I
Yes.
know your dad is at the top of the big three, but are you now officially involved with it as well, or are you just repping family?
Let me tell you something about the Jackson family. All right. When one of us has something, we all have it.
Oh, nice.
One band, one sound. And, yeah, bro, this is a part of my family's legacy. So all hands on deck. You know, I used to be a part of my dad's crew when it came to building the stage on concerts.
Wow.
So, yeah, I got to push this league just as well as anything.
I saw the Lollapalooza that your dad performed at, so I might have seen a stage that you built.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, hard days, but I prevailed. I'm a survivor.
Yes, a survivor. You're surviving well. So we got a bunch of stuff to get to today, and we're just going to mess around a little bit. Laura, right? Do we have segments set aside to just mess around?
Whatever you want, Mace.
Okay,
I'm
good.
learning from Brian.
Good. Now, here's what I find interesting. Last night we saw Indiana take a 2-1 series advantage in the NBA Finals. What do you think, if you were to imagine in Vegas what the betting odds are, the favorite for final correct score in this series? In other words, how many games? What do you think it would be? OKC, Indiana. Indiana's up 2. If you had to pick it now, what do you think Vegas is picking?
I'm guessing Vegas is picking OKC in 7.
Ooh.
Dead on right.
Wow, really?
What's the second pick?
OKC in 6.
That's correct.
No
OKC
way!
in 6, yeah.
I love this for Indiana.
Which means, yeah, for Indiana,
I love it.
Tyrese Halliburton is just like, he doesn't believe anything he's hearing right now. Actually, I found a clip of him. Here is Halliburton last night.
Yeah, I think the commentary is always going to be what it is. You know, most of the time, the talking heads on the major platforms, I couldn't care less, honestly. Like, what do they really know about basketball? It doesn't matter. You know, we're here in the NBA Finals, 2 wins away from an NBA championship.
So he doesn't care. And I think it is it's good for Indiana that everybody still thinks OKC is going to win the series.
Yeah, good. And the thing is, when you're going up against a young team like OKC, who are watching these shows,
sure,
they start to believe like, all right, yeah, all we got to do is such and such. And then all of a sudden, such and such comes back and bites you. So the Pacers are right where they want to be. They didn't trust you in any series you've been in. In every series you've been in, they haven't trusted you. So even though I hate their nickname, I'm going Sirs in 6.
Really?
Sirs in
The
6.
yes, sirs?
Sirs
Yes,
in
sirs.
6.
Here's the thing, though. Halliburton, he cares what they're saying.
Sure.
The Pacers care what they're saying. They're not letting him rattle them. That's the difference. Like, they're not rattled by the commentary, but I can promise you Halliburton cares.
And the thing about both these teams is they have these sneaky good players.
Right.
You know, when you play NBA 2K, if you've played it for a while, the game starts creating players, and you're like, who is that? That is what both these teams are filled with, bunch of guys.
You know what's weird about it? And, you know, it's reflect, and the ratings are the ratings, and small market, all that stuff. I don't actually think it has to do with small markets as much as it has to do with stars with gravitational pull.
Yeah.
LeBron, Steph, these names that we've known for a long time have a gravitational pull, and Tyrese Halliburton and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander aren't there yet.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I don't remember if it was game 1 or game 2, but the commentary about it was the lowest non-COVID game 1 of a final since 2007.
Yeah.
2007, you know who played in that one? LeBron.
Oh, right.
That was LeBron's first finals. And obviously, I think because that was, 20-ish years ago, that was more when markets, I think, directly mattered more.
Right.
But still, this was LeBron. It's not like LeBron wasn't a known commodity, but he hadn't proven anything yet. Like, he wasn't somebody that on his own could excite you.
A member
like
of the
he is
new
now.
guard.
Right. You build this thing up. And to me, the NBA, they have an awesome opportunity in front of them because the TV money, it's already paid.
Yeah,
like, they're
it's
already banking
years
it.
they've
They're
got money in the
fine.
bank.
But now you have this organic opportunity to have a young Thunder team on a national stage, to have Halliburton on on a national stage. You can't count on LeBron and Steph and KD to carry you forever.
Right. I would argue that if LeBron played for Indiana or LeBron played for OKC, the ratings would be at normal because, again, these guys are just starting to get established, and it's incumbent on the NBA to sell these guys as stars.
Absolutely. I mean, the year that the Minnesota Timberwolves were number 2 in the West, they had 5 nationally televised games.
Yep.
So, like, you're in a situation right now where usually you'll have a member of the old guard, Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, going up against an up-and-coming member of the new guard. Or you have the Magic Lakers versus the Michael Jordan Bulls.
Right.
Now you got 2 teams from the new guard, and nobody knows who anybody really is.
Yeah, not yet.
So you got to watch these finals.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think basketball fans are into this and watching every night. And we'll play a little bit later on. Adam Silver talks about the ratings a little bit and what he thinks is going on. We will get into that. But we've got lots screwing around today. First of all, we got Magic Johnson talking about what the Lakers need to do and a couple of good ones that they let get away. And are you into feet? There's an actress thinking about showing you hers. That is coming up next for you. The NBA playoffs, the draft, free agency, the offseason, every moment of what the purple and gold has on the biggest offseason in history. We got your dose of what's next for the Lakers thanks to Pro Bowler, the official energy drink of the Los Angeles Lakers. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Waba Grill.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you.
Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Take me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Do you know a high school senior who's a true all-star on the field, in the classroom, and in the community? ESPN LA, along with Rotolo Chevrolet and Composio Buick GMC, is proud to present the All-Star Student Program. We're honoring 5 incredible seniors with a $500 scholarship and an exclusive VIP experience at ESPN LA's All-Star Friday night. Nominate your standout student today at ESPNLA.com. ESPN LA All-Star Student, brought to you by Rotolo Chevrolet, the #1 Chevy dealer in the West region once again. Come see what all the fun is about. This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp recently surveyed over 16,000 people and found that while 75% of people believe it's wise to seek support, only 27% of Americans are in therapy, and people stay silent to avoid being judged. At BetterHelp, they have over 10 years of experience matching you with the right therapist. We're all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/timeout.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
We're everyday people doing good in our community. Our kindness runs deep, just like our blood. The same blood we donate to help treat sickle cell disease, which hits Black people the hardest. Good news is, 1 in 3 Black blood donors is a match for someone struggling with sickle cell disease. Stand tall in the eyes of your community. Donate today because our blood saves lives. Visit redcrossblood.org/ourblood to make your donation.
You're checking out the Waba Grill Lunch Hour here on Mason and Ireland.
Sup, people?
Why do they grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins, fresh steamed vegetables, and signature sauces. Download the Waba Rewards app today or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you.
Tell me if I'm weird here. Don't answer that question.
You're weird.
I knew that was coming.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour rolls on right now.
All right, so Andy's here. O'Shea Jackson Jr. is here.
I got options. I can pass it.
Ask you something.
All right.
So there's this idea of the baby face and the heel.
Yeah.
You follow wrestling very closely. I'm going to ask Andy. Andy, on Mason and Ireland, who is the baby face and who is the heel?
On Mason and Ireland, you are the heel. Ireland is the baby face.
Wow.
That is so 100% wrong.
Really?
Yeah,
yes,
you're 100%
100% wrong. 1,000%.
Listen, Mason speaks to the fan. All right, he represents the fan, not John in his castle in Newport.
Okay,
and his compound in Idaho.
I'm thinking about this the wrong way. Boy, this is going to come out bad towards John.
Yeah.
I tend to think of the heel as the more interesting one.
Oh!
Shots fired. Suspect is an Andy
baby
Kaminsky.
face.
Then if you phrase it that way, I agree with you.
That is how,
Yeah.
the heel is the more unpredictable.
Yes.
Between you and John, I think we'd all agree you're more unpredictable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You'll go a little bit more outside the lines.
I will, yes.
Like that's the heel. That's how
Yeah.
I'm thinking about this.
What that's called is you're more of an anti-hero baby face, or like a Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Right. Like
Okay.
we got monster kayfabe around here, right?
Like, okay.
Everything's a lie in here.
You know, John, when John runs the show, when you're not here,
Yes.
John likes to keep the show on
Let me
schedule.
tell you, John is he is very OCD.
But
like this in this segment, this in this segment,
that
this
feels
in this
very
segment.
more like the baby face to me, the way I was thinking about it.
Okay, got it. Yeah, you're wrong. But
John.
Yeah, not correct.
He's got Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man written all over.
Well, yes, but that's about his personal life.
So tonight, Shay, Andy, I am doing, I guess for lack of a better term, I'm doing something very white.
Nice.
I'm going to see Mumford and Sons.
That is hella white, man.
My God. I just recently disrespected Mumford and Sons.
Oh, no. How did you disrespect Marcus Mumford?
Because a friend of mine, TJ Jefferson, who works over at the Rich Eisen show, Rich Eisen had tickets to Kendrick Lamar and didn't think to ask the black guy that works at the show. I was like, Rich, this isn't Mumford and Sons. It's not Bruce Springsteen. It's the biggest rap concert of the year.
It was amazing.
Well, poor TJ.
What I remember. It was
You did not go?
No.
Laura went. She got so lit she doesn't even remember the
Yeah,
concert.
and Christian blames O'Shea, by the way.
I mean, she's the enabler. I don't know what.
I'm not an enabler.
But what's the point
Something
of going to a
an enabler would
show if you're getting so liquored up that you don't even remember it?
Listen, obviously you don't know the song "Swimming Pools."
Oh no, I
but
do
it's
not.
a great way to start.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So Magic Johnson, one of the edgiest guys around.
He's the baby face?
He is the ultimate baby
He's
face.
the ultimate baby face.
Ultimate
Hulk
baby
Hogan.
face. So he was talking a little bit. I don't know if this is necessarily breaking news. He was talking this morning on the Get Up or First Take or one of those. And he was talking about Luka and this roster going into the 2025-2026 season.
Give Coach Reddick some love because that was important that he said, hey, we have to be in NBA championship conditioning. Yeah. And Luka, listen, so give him credit. Mm-hmm. And now we see that he's in great shape. And now he's got to say, okay, LeBron, Luka, what do we need, right? What type of player do we need? We need a center. And he's got to be athletic, right? And then we need to improve that bench, that roster.
So I had not thought of that, a center. That's what they
How
need.
about that?
Yeah.
Well, that's why he once ran the Lakers. He sees
It's
the whole
true.
board.
He
as
does
John
see
would
Matter
say.
of fact,
He did see the whole board, yes.
He ran the Lakers so well that we traded our center for Mike Muscala.
Yeah, the Mike Muscala. Yeah. He is right, though, in this respect. Have you looked at, and I've tried to sell this to Ireland. I pulled out all these photos of Luka from Serbia or wherever he is over in Europe right now. He definitely looks thinner, and Ireland's saying, no, he doesn't look any different. That's AI. I actually think. Well, sure, AI could make him look really skinny.
What freak is at home like Luka skinny? And
I'm going to do that right now. I'm totally going to do that.
Locked on Lakers,
And
we
see-
spent the opening segment of today's show breaking down the latest Luka workout video.
Yeah.
He is leg pressing, or what's it called when you're standing? Squatting?
Squats,
Squatting. It appears to be 720 pounds.
Wow.
Well, because there's 8 plates on each side, and I believe that the plates are 45 pounds each.
Okay,
So
yeah.
that would be 360 on each side, 720 pounds.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's impressive. And
That
all
is.
those pictures, he does look leaner. He does look leaner. So we have that
tell in
to
the face. Look for the face.
Yeah, right. That's what we
Yeah.
said. The jawline.
Yeah, the
he's got a
jawline,
jawline there. All right, so we'll continue to dig into the Lakers a little bit. I'm in the middle of creating an image of skinny Luka.
Oh, the call is coming from inside the house.
From
ladies and
inside the
gentlemen.
house,
It's coming from
correct.
Inside the house.
So, how do you feel about feet?
I try not to look at them. As long as they do their job, I'm not worried about them.
Andy, are you a foot? Do you have a foot thing?
I would not say that I have a foot thing. I wouldn't say I have a foot aversion, though. Maybe foot curious.
Foot curious. Laura, feet, what do they do for you?
I mean, they make me walk.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
They make you walk.
I don't know. It's not.
It's weird. Listen, everybody has their own thing, and whatever makes you
Yeah.
whatever, right? But my thing is, like, what is so appealing about anybody's feet that you're like, ooh, I'm excited? You know what I mean? That's so weird.
Listen, I don't know, but I tell you right now, wherever he is, Quentin Tarantino is locked.
Oh, he's
in.
a 10.
Oh, yeah.
He's a 10.
He's
him
locked
and,
in
him and
right
Rex
now,
Ryan,
boy.
right?
He's a big foot guy. I mean, you see it a lot of times in his movies.
Yeah.
He is a
He's
big
in the car
foot
wearing
guy.
headphones listening to this.
So
He's pulled over.
for some reason, Tori Spelling's 12-year-old kid has been pushing her to put her feet online.
Feet finder.
Feet. There's a website called
It's like
Feet
the
Finder.
OnlyFans for feet specifically.
I've talked about this before because we brought it up maybe a few months ago, and people are like, "You always have a friend for something." I'm like, "Listen, my friends are broke," and one of my friends got feet. She's like, "Hey, people say I got pretty feet. Feet Finder it is. Just making a couple $100."
Anybody go to Feet Finder? Is it a subscription thing? Is it like you have to pay to see people's feet?
You're not messing
what
up
the
my
hell is
algorithm,
going
bro.
on? It's just ridiculous.
Feet Finder. Not these talents.
Yeah, not my jam. By the way, if it is your jam, good for you.
Yeah, I'm not here to
that's your
yuck your
thing,
yum.
You feet find your heart out. Yeah, just go right ahead.
I mean, look, I can think about a few times where in, say, movies, Margot Robbie, that scene in Wolf of Wall Street with Leo.
I'd probably do 13
yeah.
Her feet are
probably
attractive.
Yeah. You're right.
Even her feet were supposed to be dirty in the movie, but I got to be honest, Margaret Qualley, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yep.
Those feet were not bad, man.
So you're coming around.
Well, I said I was foot curious.
There's a spectrum to it. You either got the Margot Robbies or Shaq's feet have elbows on them.
I've seen those in the locker room before. They're disturbing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we talked, Shay, you and I at my party a few weeks back had a conversation about what I think is Jack Nicholson's pinnacle moment, like his apex moment. What do you think it is?
As a role?
As an actor, what's his apex moment?
His apex moment,
as they say on the Ringer.
On the Ringer, it's probably One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That's too early.
It's too early?
Yeah, it's too. He was but that was one of his first big roles.
No, it wasn't actually. By that point, he had been nominated 3 or 4 times, but he had never won before. Because remember, Chinatown was before One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Five Easy Pieces was before that.
Okay, well, we think it's The Shining.
Yeah, so you're wrong.
Yeah, we think it's Shining.
You've made your case well. You're just wrong.
You're just wrong. I'm the baby face. He's the heel. The apex moment is The Shining.
Wrong about a lot.
I feel like Sedano with a big red pen going through everything you say. So, but I think we had a conversation about the superpower that exists in The Shining. And you remember they've got this thing where they can shine. And Shay, you're not a fan of The Shining.
It's the dumbest name for a superpower ever. What are we even talking about?
Some people shine.
Yeah, get away from me. Where are my parents? What are you talking about? Some people shine. What do you do? That's telepathy that you guys are doing, by the way. But The Shining, you're shining. All right, what's the thought
do you have
process?
ESP?
No. I mean, there is a lot of bad parenting in that movie.
Can you read minds? No. Nope.
They
I'm
just
just shining. I'm shining.
They just leave little Danny a lot with an adult man they don't know in this massive hotel.
Can you see the future? Nope. Just shining. Just shining.
You shine.
You gotta shine.
What are we talking about?
Well, you know where it started was, if you know that movie, Scatman Crothers. Great actor.
Love Scatman Crothers.
So he leaves Danny and everybody at the Overlook Hotel. And he goes off for, I guess, winter break. It's like winter break. He doesn't have to work at the hotel anymore. Yeah. And he starts feeling The Shining when it's snowing and there's a blizzard coming in. So throughout the movie, they cut away to Scatman Crothers driving a snowplow. Like he's trying to get back because I'm shining and Danny needs my help.
That boy's shining.
And they cut away to him over and over again through the whole thing. He walks in the door of the Overlook Hotel to save Danny. What happens?
Bam!
Axe in the belly. I'm like, what was the whole point of keeping him driving if you're going to kill him the moment he got back to the Overlook Hotel?
How effective could your shining be if you couldn't see that coming?
He never saw the axe coming.
The Shining, dude.
Shine,
You've been traveling
Scatman,
for
shine.
an hour and 15 minutes of this 2-hour movie.
So basically, it's just you can only telepathy with other people with the shine.
Correct.
But you can't see anything
else. Can't see the axe.
He's in danger, but I can't see what it is.
I can't see why.
Right,
I don't know.
Nothing.
Just
but
broad.
He's shining.
Yeah, he's shining.
What are we talking about?
Yep.
Cinema.
Cinema. Movies. What movies are you doing right now? You got anything big coming out?
Right. Cool. Yeah. I have a film that I'm doing with my man Dave Franco, one of my best friends in the world, and Peter Dinklage. It's called Shatheeds.
Shatheeds.
Yeah, but it's not really called that. It's just
this is like the fake name they're putting up.
No. The name's just type it up, but I can't say what the real word is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't.
Shatheeds.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to look that up. Andy,
Peter
you on that?
Dinklage. O'Shea Jackson.
You on
Jr.
that? Shea
Oh,
Jackson Jr.
yes.
You see?
I believe if I've gotten this correct, and I believe I have, you're correct. You can't say that.
Yeah, I can't say that.
But yeah,
I just found the photo of Luka Doncic where he shows that he's really, really in shape. Look.
I gotta tell you, bro. That's Ozempic for sure.
You can do anything on ChatGPT. You can do it. I just said, show me skinny Luka Doncic, and up comes, he looks like a rail in that.
Christian Bale and the Machinist. The movie that he lost like 100 pounds for.
All right, so coming up next, obviously it's just a screw around Thursday. Laura's got the wheel of questions. I wanted to mention a couple of things. First of all, Andy, don't you have something?
Yeah, I do have something. Do you want to play in ESPN LA's second annual listeners game? Visit ESPNLA.com now for your chance to secure a roster spot. Don't miss the chance to play for either Team Travis or Team DeMarco. Visit ESPNLA.com thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
All right, so want to talk about my friends at Tax Relief Advocates. Owing money to the IRS is scary and overwhelming. It weighs you down. A lot of ads out there, and they're trying to confuse you. Listen, owing money to the IRS does not make you a bad person. Tax Relief Advocates knows this, and they want you to just relax and breathe and take the first step and get out from under that additional pressure that you don't need. Whether you got $5,000, $50,000, $500,000 in tax debt, you don't have to fear the IRS one more day. The experts at TRA have a proven 3-step tax resolution process and knowledge of special programs available that can significantly reduce or even eliminate your IRS debt. Easy to see why they got over 1,000 5-star ratings on Google and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. End your tax nightmare. Get your life back on track. If you owe money to the IRS and feel you got nowhere to turn, call Tax Relief Advocates today. Simply visit TRA.com. That's TRA.com, or call 800-575-1482. That's 800-575-1482. One more time, 800-575-1482. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
I don't know anything, but I just think it would make all the sense in the world for next year to be the year that is the final year.
I would like to also acknowledge that I, too, know nothing. However, I'm making a prediction. I say LeBron and Bronny and Bryce all play together for the Lakers. If that's what LeBron wants, that's what LeBron's going to get. But I think that he waits and Bryce plays 1 year at Arizona, jumps to the NBA, because that's what LeBron tells the Lakers he wants him to do.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Do you guys think I'm out of my mind?
I mean, I don't know, Cap. I don't know what to say to you.
What you should say to me is, Cap, God, that's smart. Gosh, you are so smart, man.
I don't know. I haven't slept enough today to really think about this stuff. So
then just roll with it, bro.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Cap.
Thank you.
Why don't we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Orthopedic and Spine Care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Thinking about selling your home? Seller's Advantage makes it easy. No agents, commissions, open houses, or costly repairs. They'll give you a fair cash offer with no surprises. One seller said, and I quote, "Seller's Advantage was faster, easier, and more rewarding than listing my house. The offer matched my expectations, and the process was stress-free." Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
This just in, the NFL schedule has dropped, and you know what that means. It's go time. Adam Schefter here with the Insider Tip. If you're trying to catch your team live this season, Vivid Seats is the move. For the best selection of games and seats, it's time to snap your tickets up now. Vivid Seats has great deals on great seats and the only rewards program in the game. It's no wonder they're the official ticketing partner of ESPN. So don't wait. Head to vividseats.com or download the app and lock in those game days.
Teams are battling for the championship, and there's no better place to get in on the intensity than ESPN Bet. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ, that's JOEQ, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
That's a dumbass question.
Didn't even let me get my in there. Okay, Stephen A? Gotcha.
Yep.
All right, guys, I came across this article and I thought it was interesting. And with O'Shea being here, I felt like he could have some good insights. So in a recent interview, Goldie Hawn revealed that she prevented her daughter, Kate Hudson, from accepting any acting roles during her teenage years, emphasizing that she wanted Katie to have a normal life and all her children. She said she wanted to put her education first before pursuing a career in the entertainment industry. She stated, I didn't let her do it because I didn't want her to go through that at that age. Now, my question to you guys is, what is the most normal life thing your parents forced you to do at a young age that you're actually grateful for now?
Well, first of all, let's talk about when did you technically start in the business? It was after USC, right?
Yeah, I didn't start until I started the auditioning process at 21, 22.
And how do you feel? You've got a daughter. If your daughter comes up and she's like, I want to be an actress, and she's like 12 years old, what do you do?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Okay.
The most you can probably do, I know the new thing now is they're into streaming and, all that type of stuff. But, as far as how shady the business is and her being a lady, no way.
Not
dude.
happening.
You have to be of right sound body and mind to choose this life, because you don't know what you give up until you can't do it anymore.
Right.
I remember a week before Straight Outta Compton came out, I went to Six Flags for the last time without anybody knowing who I was.
Right.
I had the best day, and I haven't really been back since.
Yeah. Andy, what about you? You have a daughter. What if she comes to you and says, I want to be a big star and I'm 12?
And I'm 12.
And I'm 12.
I would have a lot of apprehension. What I would have to think about is, could one of my wife or I essentially give up our jobs so we could be on set all the time, monitoring stuff all the time? Because if you want to keep your kid away from the bad influences in the industry, I don't want to say you want to be a momager or a dadager to the point where you're interfering. A lot of times they're siphoning money, whatever. But you have to be on point, because there is a lot of stuff on a set, a lot of people on a set who do not care about the well-being of whatever kids are out there.
Right.
No. They see them as a meal ticket.
So when I was a little kid, I definitely could have made, I really think I could have made it as a child star. I was so ahead of the curve. I wish my mom would have moved to the Residence Inn in Burbank and had me auditioning all over the place. 8 years old, 9 years old, I would have crushed it.
Right there in Burbank.
Would have crushed it. What about you, Lar?
So definitely not. My dad was the dad that recorded everything, so he thought he was like a director. He was always doing stuff behind camera, so he always wanted us to do something in the industry business, and I was like, nah, that's not for me. I don't want to do it. So I don't think I would have done it as a kid, but I know my boyfriend does this now, but he did it as a kid, and his parents couldn't do what Andy was saying. They couldn't give up their jobs. So eventually they're like, sorry, kiddos, as much as you guys are booking things, we got to pull you, because we can't give up our daily livelihood so you guys could do that.
Yeah.
And you giving up your kid to a, quote unquote handler.
Not an
I mean,
option.
there's a whole documentary right now. On what
And
happened
the
at
thing
that
too
coach.
is like, I know whenever celebrities break out and they talk about how the pieces of fame were unexpected for them, everyone always reacts like, how could you not know? How could you not know? The reality is you can conceive what it's like, but you have no idea what it is like till you actually are in it.
Well, and it's not an accident that so many kid actors wind up in so much trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is. Now, Laura, that was really
abuse.
not the point of your question.
No.
What was the point of your
So
question?
The question was...
We went somewhere else.
You
with
guys
it.
went completely different. What is the most important, normal life thing your parents forced you to do as a child that you're actually grateful for now?
So I will say for me, my mom, my grandmothers, they all had us eating everything. There was not a food that we didn't like. So I've got a really good palate because I was taught, like when I was a kid, we had squid and we had eel, we had all kinds of crazy stuff, and I ate all of it. So I would say they made me sit down, eat my meal, and they gave me food that was across the spectrum, all kinds of interesting stuff.
Mine would be shout out to Tarzana Park. I was, Tarzana Park rec league. When I was a kid, that's where I made a lot of my friends within my school and from other schools. Because we're all playing at Tarzana Park, and then public school in general. They could have definitely, by all means, went the private school route or homeschool from the jump, but they let me do the public school thing, and that helped me kind of appreciate what I had in my own life because, I started to understand that, my dad is different from other dads. And I know this is kind of messed up to say, but I'm being vulnerable. I didn't realize that how good I had it till I started sleeping at other friends' houses.
Oh,
yes,
interesting.
When I noticed, like, man, y'all don't have stairs.
Yeah,
or like
right.
you don't get to sleep with the TV on, and it made me appreciate what I had.
Yeah,
in life.
yeah.
So public school.
Anything, Andy?
I would say treat people with respect. I mean, just in general, it was something that both of my parents instilled in me a lot. Like, treat everybody with respect.
How you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Like, that was a big thing for both of them.
Yeah. And, Brian, what about you? Did your parents make you do anything that you're glad that they did now?
Oh, yeah. As a kid, you always had to do the chores. Hated doing it, but now it's my house is always clean, so I'm grateful.
So you do...
I still do them.
You still do chores.
It's natural habit now.
Nice. And Laura?
100%, man. Being a Latina, you would get up on Saturday morning with some music and you start cleaning the house, and I still do that now, and it doesn't feel like, I have to do that. My house is always clean, so I appreciate that.
My wife, who is Mexican-American, her happiest and angriest place, like internally at the same time, is when she's cleaning the house.
100%.
Yeah. Like it is
Yes, it
this
is.
dichotomy of she's pissed off, but she's happy when she does this.
Right.
Some cumbia on, yep.
All right.
It's a lot to navigate.
So, last night, game 3 of the NBA Finals, won by Indiana. They take a 2-1 series advantage. And the Dodgers yesterday wound up taking 2 out of 3 from the Padres.
Yeah.
There's good pitching news out there. Actually, interestingly, Ben Casparius, who pitched yesterday for the Dodgers, Dave Roberts is going to put him in the rotation for now. And he pitched really well, gave him 4 innings of 1-run ball. It makes a lot of sense to me. Ideally, so kind of the rotation right now, if you look at it, is Yamamoto, Dustin May, Kershaw, Casparius, and bullpen game. After the All-Star break, ideally, it'll go Yamamoto, Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, Shohei Ohtani, Kershaw. We don't know what's going on with Sasaki. How do you feel about the Dodgers right now, Shay?
When we were stacking up the players that we were, it kind of looked like, man, this is really starting to get crazy. Like, are we going to be able to play everybody? Yeah, we are, because we got bit by the injury bug, and it might not feel like we're just smoking the field, but we're still in a very good place. But up next, we got those scumbag Giants.
Scumbag Giants.
The scumbag Giants, who are the hottest team in baseball
They are.
right now with 7 wins in a row. It's against the Rockies and the Braves.
Yes,
but
the Braves are falling apart, and the Rockies might be the worst team in baseball history.
But the series before that against the Padres, those are 1-run games. They are a couple of swings away from them being a double-digit win streak team, so we got to take them serious as they try to take us out of first place.
Yeah, this weekend. Day off today, and then this weekend at Dodger Stadium. And then after that, the Padres come in on Monday for another series. So the Dodgers are right in the middle of the NL West. Padres, Giants, Padres again. And I would say both the Padres aren't so much a surprise. The Giants are a big surprise to me. Like, I did not see that coming at all. San Diego's got a lot of talent. Totally get it. They got Machado, who's, I know Hustle is not his cup of tea, but he's still an MVP candidate.
He is one of the least likable athletes in sports. He is so off. Like, he's a heel.
Yeah,
that guy is absolutely
10.
The 100%. Original.
Yeah.
By the way, you know his dog's name?
Manny Machado's dog?
Yeah.
No Hustle?
No. Kobe. I know. It kind of slightly changes my view of Machado.
No, it makes me feel bad for the dog.
Oh, poor dog.
It doesn't make me feel anything better about Machado.
Yeah.
That dog's going through adversity.
All right, we're going to do some sports graffiti.
Sports graffiti.
Laura, you ready to roll? You ready to hit the phones?
Yeah, let's go.
All
People
right,
got to call up.
Let's do it. 877-710-ESPN. Shay's here. Andy Kamenetsky's here. We got a full house. Whatever you got is fair. 877-710-ESPN. We will get to your calls coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Back tomorrow at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
No, how can you be thinking about me with oysters and champagne, man? This is what I'm talking about.
I know that you have an oyster and champagne phobia, and so I was trying to...
I do not have an oyster and champagne phobia. I'm just not having oysters and champagne with you.
I had oysters for lunch, and where Susan and I are sitting there, I'm like, you need to step out of this picture for a second and get the champagne flutes set up there, and I'm like, I'm going to send it to DeMarco.
Wow. Okay, well, I hope you had fun.
We had a great time.
There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I do not need to be there.
We had a great time. It was
You're
terrific.
just on his mind when he's there.
I'm not kidding you. I waited. So we ordered the oysters, and it took him a minute to bring the wine. And Susan's like, well, why aren't you eating them? And I'm like, because I need the wine in the picture to send it to DeMarco.
You're waiting.
There's no point in sending the picture if we don't have it. They were delicious.
The presentation was outstanding.
That's part of the charm.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
When paint.
Waba Grill.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you.
Classroom and in the community, ESPN LA, along with Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC, is proud to present the All-Star Student Program. We're honoring 5 incredible seniors with a $500 scholarship and an exclusive VIP experience at ESPN LA's All-Star Friday Night. Nominate your standout student today at ESPNLA.com. Brought to you by Rotolo Chevrolet, the #1 Chevy dealer in the West region, 13 years in a row in California once again.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. And it's time for Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, like we do every day at this time. Sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout. Now let's do it. Let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti on Mason and Ireland.
Hey, let's talk about it. Hey, Dum Dum's got a couple of lines open, 877-710-ESPN. Maybe you will be offended that I called you Dum Dums, but Their lines are open. Let's go to Henry. Henry, you're on. Oh shoot, is this working? Yeah, Henry, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Henry.
Good afternoon.
Good
Mason
afternoon.
in Ireland.
Yeah.
6 time, long time.
Thank you, man.
I just wanted to talk NBA basketball. For the Indiana Pacers, they got a shot at shocking the NBA universe. Multiple role players stepping up. Benedict Matthewson, T.J. McConnell with his 10 points, 5 assists, 5 steals.
Yep.
And the Pacers defense is just ball hawking the ball. It might be their year. I called a few times a month ago, and I said, you know what? They look like a dark horse, and I think they're doing pretty good.
Good job, Henry. What are you calling the series now? Indy in?
I'm going with Indiana in 6. I really think they could knock it out and close it out, especially if they do that ball-hawking defense.
Yep.
I mean, they had a hand on multiple balls.
Yep. All right. Thank you very much, Henry. By the way, I will say that I love the fact that when he calls, he says, "I'm a 6th-time caller." When you call in, I want to know how many times you. I'm an 11th-time caller.
Right.
Like on Saturday Night Live, they always give somebody a robe if they've
Right.
hosted 5 times, the 5-timer club. He's in the 6-timer club. Let's go to David. David, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, David.
Hey, Mace, this is a 9-time caller, David here.
9-time caller.
Yeah.
Please.
And I just wanted to know from O'Shea, how do you feel about our boy Ron Killings and him being the truth and nothing but the truth and taking that belt from John Cena for his last match? What do you think, O'Shea?
It's a great
Listen,
question.
absolutely. For those that don't know, a wrestler by the name of R-Truth decided that he was going to somewhat go into business for himself, and he dropped the gimmick name and is using his real name, Ron Killings, and we're about to see a new side of a character that was usually a comedic character. He's taking things serious now to do one more final run. One of the kayfabe storylines was that John Cena was his childhood hero. Even though I think he's older than John. But now he's looking for revenge, and I love this for Ron Killings. I was just texting him the other day. We're going to see a new side of him in the WWE, and it's just up to those in charge of booking to make sure that this man has creative freedom so he can go out with a bang.
You should teach class, Wrestling 101. I would attend.
I teach it on the No Contest
Yeah,
Wrestling
I would.
podcast.
No, you guys, I listened to it. You're a little I need shallow water before I go the deep water you got, right?
Yeah, I got you. We'll put bullet points.
There, bullet points always work.
Bullet points.
Let's go to Harold. Harold, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Harold.
Hey, Mace.
Yo.
I don't know why you care so much about the ratings in the NBA.
I'm just telling you, it's a story.
The 2 best teams.
What's that?
I care about the 2 best teams.
Right. We've talked about both aspects of that. We've talked a lot about Tyrese Halliburton. We've talked about OKC and how well they played in Game 2. We've talked about the games, but the ratings are a side story here. The ratings are, I've got some stuff from Adam Silver coming up. He's got an interesting explanation about the ratings, but that doesn't mean because you talk about the ratings doesn't mean you're not watching the basketball or enjoying the basketball.
I think the problem comes with, okay, we get the finals. It's going to be the Thunder versus the Pacers. When the coverage is the first thing you talk about is the ratings.
Right.
That to me is where I think honestly the coverage becomes really lazy and bad.
Which did we talk about first today? I'm trying to remember. We talked about the basketball first.
Talked about the basketball
talked
first,
about the
but there's
basketball.
definitely some coverage that went ratings first. And
Yeah.
that's lame.
Yeah.
Who cares? I'm
it's
watching.
Interesting, but the basketball is much, much better. Let's go to Jason. Jason, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Jason.
Guys, I call so much, I lost count, but Laura knows me, and Laura's got my back.
All right.
But I got to give props to my boy Shay. I'm a big fan of yours. Speaking of the No Contest podcast, I got to give love to my boy TJ Shea. I know your facial expression when the Luka trade went down and you guys were recording is going to go down in history, but I absolutely love TJ's reaction of, no, they didn't.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. It is now instant my vernacular, so mad love to the TJ, my boy.
Absolutely, man. And the reason why he kept saying, no, you didn't, no, he didn't, is because TJ is a Los Angeles Laker hater, all right? He's a Clipper fan from
Clipper fan.
Pennsylvania. I know, right? What a weirdo. This is my co-host, all right? And so when I was telling him that we got Luka Doncic, his initial reaction was to throw salt at me that I was a liar. So it's a bunch of, no, you didn't.
Right.
No, they didn't. And then once he read it for himself, you can see the dread go over his body. Shout out to TJ Jefferson, best podcast partner I could ask for. Terrible choice in sports teams.
All right, let's see. Let's go to, this is Bran in Westeros. Bran, you're on, are you paying attention?
No way. No, yo, Bran Stark is a snake.
Bran from Westeros, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Bran. Let's go to Patrick. Patrick, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Patrick?
Hey, guys. Well, I enjoyed the series of beating the Padres again.
Yes.
I get a shout-out to all the Dodger fans who turned that stadium into, Dodger home game down south. It was great. Manny Machado, you screwed up. You should have stuck with us. You would have had a couple World Series rings. Your loss. Enjoy the sun, but you will never get a World Series ring unless you come to the Dodgers.
All right, there you go. By the way, they do turn it pretty blue down there at Petco Park. Dodger fans definitely show up in San Diego. Let's go to Frankie D. Fresh. Frankie D. Fresh, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Frankie.
What to do, babies? It's your boy Frankie D. Fresh, 69th time calling in. Got a few things to say. First off, O'Shea, what's your favorite Imagine Dragons song? And second off, Mace, I'm mad at you for not picking Brian Cohen #1 overall, because Brian is going to be the MVP. And Brian Cohen, we were on the same team last year, and I gave you some ceviche after the game. What do you think of the ceviche?
Okay.
Oh, remember that. It was very delicious. It was good.
Yeah.
But homemade ceviche. It was delicious.
Okay, so here's the thing, though. I kind of did take you first. Technically, I guess I had
second,
two
but I am
picks.
first on the board. So,
Yes,
Right,
you
I have
are.
2 picks. Brian's first on the board. Kirk is second on the board.
Frankie-
By the way, Shay, look at those teams. Tell me who's, everybody here.
Yeah, I was looking for a marker so I could put me as a DH, but I don't know what this is.
Oh, this is Team Mace versus Team Cappy in the Friday Night All-Star Friday night, July 11th.
I'm Mason and Ireland alum, so Team Mace.
Team Mace.
I don't
Okay,
even have to
first,
read.
wait, hold up, because we might not have Sedano come. He's open, because of the Summer League, right? So would you take his spot? Because
What is this for?
This is a Friday Night All-Star Weekend event.
Okay.
It's I've put together a team. Cappy's put together a team. A lot of fans will be out there, all that kind of stuff, and we're going to be playing softball. Last year I lost.
God.
This year can you play softball?
Said no.
No. My God. I'll be manager.
Yeah, you'd be manager.
Yeah.
Kick some dirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Sunflower seeds.
will you be a manager?
I got you.
Yeah.
You
okay.
should come. It's my weekend birthday.
All right.
There you go.
Absolutely. I'll be there. And to answer that caller's question, Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. I've actually gone to 2 Imagine Dragons concerts.
Get out of here. Have
Yeah,
you
I
really?
love Imagine Dragons.
I do too.
I thought he knew me.
Ryan Walker from the band is a regular listener to the show. He keeps saying he's going to invite me to an Imagine Dragons barbecue, but so far that hasn't shown up. But Imagine Radioactive, I think, is their best song.
It's a banger.
It's one
Any
of the
sport.
one of the most downloaded songs in history is Radioactive. What's your favorite, Andy?
The Thunder song?
Thunder.
Yeah.
Thunder. Yeah.
Thunder's such a bar song.
It is.
Radioactive gets me hyped for anything.
What do they have a song that they did with the Chainsmokers? Imagine Dragons? Like some type of collaboration, the two of them together.
Collab?
I thought they might have.
Yeah, I don't know if they did a collab.
White.
That is.
I mean, look, you open the door with
That's
Imagine
true.
Dragons.
That's
Imagine
true.
Dragons.
I didn't even bring it up. I thought that guy saw
I
my old
thought you
Instagram.
disliked Imagine Dragons,
love
and that's why
Imagine
Imagine
I
Dragons is great.
had that joke during Mace's roast when I said that, it was very brave when Mace came out as gay, but not nearly as brave as when he came out as an adult who's an Imagine Dragons fan.
If I could go back in time to that night.
That
dude.
is. Oh, that was the. I had
was
so
the
much
best.
fun that night.
That was a good roast.
That was a really good roast. By the way, I've asked if there's a copy of it. Apparently, there was no copy of it made. There's no video of it. I would love to go back and look at that because there was some fun.
And
Everybody
what
brought their
sucked
A
is
game.
We went first, and this was before we realized that, O'Shea A, I didn't even realize was going to be there, but B, that O'Shea was going to be roasting all of us.
Yes.
So I had no material for O'Shea.
Bam, bam.
And O'Shea had material for me and Brian. I was like, okay, this is not fair.
But is that not kind of the deal on a roast? You roast the people.
But you didn't know I was
didn't
a
know
contestant.
he was going to be on. I didn't realize he was going to be an actual roaster.
Right.
till
Yeah.
we
So you
got
roast
there.
the roaster before you roast the. Yeah,
I led
exactly.
Ramona off very easy.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Let's get a couple more in here. How about Gerardo? Gerardo, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, man.
Hey, hi, Mason. I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you think the Dodgers should cancel tomorrow's night game in respect of the suffering that their biggest fan base is going through with these ice raids?
Okay. Thank you for the call. It's not something that we cover on this show. This is the place you come when you don't want to talk about that stuff. I'll just say, my heart goes out to people that are dealing with this right now. My heart goes out to people because it is definitely rough out there. Don't do stupid stuff, but protest by all means.
You should definitely, fight for what you believe in. But I also think that it's not just like the Dodgers making that call.
Yeah,
there's a number of things that have to happen as far as television, the other team, the league passing it, finding another date for it to happen. So, we can't put it all on the Dodgers.
Yeah, so you get into, if you really want to unpeel the layers of this onion, you start getting into, I think, potential issues with immigration within baseball itself. If it looks like you're picking a fight with the administration,
Right, sure.
I think you could actually start having troubles within the league.
All right, and that's that.
Less frivolous than
We
what we were
try
doing
to
before.
we try to not. This is the place you come when you don't want to talk about that, right?
Bran Stark is a snake.
Bran Stark.
I mean, this is the city. I mean, we are in the city. This is going on in the city.
Absolutely. It's unavoidable.
Let's go to Daenerys in Westeros. It takes you a second every time I do it.
Because I'm in full mode, and then
Yeah.
I hear the trigger words.
Yep.
What was Arya going? Yeah, I'm going to go west, find out what's west of Westeros.
Yeah, exactly.
How'd that go? Where you at?
Let's go, David. David, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, David?
Hey guys, what's happening? Do you guys think the new format of the NBA All-Star Game, U.S. versus the world, is the solution to get these guys to play some kind of defense? And if not, what do you think is the solution for the NBA All-Star Game? Are we just headed to no All-Star Game?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. Will USA versus the world actually make things different than what we've seen? I think unless they attach money to this.
Okay.
I don't know that guys are going to play
This is the
hard.
unsolvable problem for the NBA, and you see this in baseball. You see it in the NFL that had to change their game to flag football because nobody cared. The game doesn't mean the same thing to the players that it did 20, 30 years ago, not because they make more money now or they're soft or whatever. It's because before you needed that game. A lot of those players needed that game to be seen.
Yeah, right.
Like some of these All-Stars, like if you were the All-Star in Charlotte or the All-Star in Milwaukee, you needed that game to be seen.
Yes.
In today's world where half these players have podcasts and social media and the NBA package, the game doesn't mean the same. And you honestly, you want that break.
Right.
Like you want the break as opposed to playing in this game. Just pick a format and leave it alone.
I think the U.S. versus world format will only work for the players who are on their first, second, third All-Star game.
Yep.
But the guys who have been there a bunch of times, they're not going to really care about that. You might be able to dip into a little bit because I think if they do that this first year, world's going to crush us.
Yeah.
And then it'll add a little bit of
to
the Team USA, but that's going to fizzle out. The way that you make the All-Star game really means something. Winner, East versus West, winner, no matter what the record is, gets home court advantage for the finals.
See, this is what they did for the World Series.
Bro,
and
I need
it was
bloodbath because I would be furious.
Yeah, this is.
But here's the thing, though: if you're a player in the West and your team sucks, then this is none of your business. Like you don't care. Like, I'm not going to bust my ass so some other team in my conference that's been beating my ass all season gets home court in the finals. I don't care.
Yeah, I think that's...
Well, you shouldn't have an all-star in the game either.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things you could do is do more like that the Four Nations tournament that they did in hockey. So, like, there are 22 players from Canada.
Yeah.
Is that enough to be in a Four Nations tournament? 22 players? Probably. Serbia's got 33 players in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Germany has 21. Is there a way to construct, so it's like Eastern Europe, Western Europe, Canada, U.S.?
Got to tell you, Japan probably go out 2.
Yeah.
I think the problem is, though, to be
just
honest,
Oh,
the
wow.
NHL still needs the All-Star game more than the NBA. Because
Right.
the NBA, at least certainly in this country, is bigger than the NHL. Like, part of the problem is the world is not the same as it was in, like, 1997
Yeah,
or 2000.
All-Star Weekend is for the parties.
But we know what happened when the Four Nations tournament happened. The U.S. versus Canada game was gigantic. Like, it was a big national TV event. And couldn't you do the same thing if you got four
But the difference
teams?
is, I think the players, though, involved in the Four Nations, they're going to care more because that game can do more for them than the NBA players, the All-Star game can do for them. Like, there's really nothing NBA players benefit from an All-Star game anymore, other than if it's in your contract that you gain a little extra money for making the All-Star game.
Right. All right, there's your Sports Graffiti for today, and let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti. Is sponsored by BetterHelp. So if you're having any emotional problems right now, you're depressed or you're having anxiety or trouble at work or whatever that happens to be, there is somebody you can talk to right now. Go to BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. Mental health is health. Let me do one more thing here before we go. Yes! Noah, high school senior, who's a leader, scholar, and athlete. You can nominate him for the ESPN LA All-Star Student presented by our friends at Rotolo Chevrolet. 5 winners, $500 scholarships, VIP treatment at our All-Star Friday night. Nominate your All-Star Student today at ESPNLA.com. And thank you to Rotolo Chevrolet, #1 Chevy dealer in the West region in California for 13 years in a row. See what all the fun is about. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Be sure to catch Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, weekday afternoons at 1 p.m. on Mason and Ireland. Sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat.
Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
All right, listen up. Whether you're out for a walk, hitting the gym, or just tackling your day, in this LA heat, chafing is no joke. Take my word for it. That's why you need Highlands Chafing Relief. This stuff is a game changer. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and stays put even through sweat and water. No greasy mess, just all-day protection. If you've already got some chafing, Highlands soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. Don't let chafing slow you down. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief at Walmart or Target right now.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
And it is Mason and Ireland, as I like to say, be proud, sucker, that you are a P1 of the biggest show on the radio. We're not going to make T-shirts right now. I mean, it's a budget thing. But we got to pay for Mason and Ireland's new contract. Come on. But maybe you make a T-shirt that says, hey, I'm a Mason and Ireland P1. Don't call me scumbag. That could be the T-shirt. Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
I would never have pegged O'Shea Jackson Jr. as an Imagine Dragons fan.
He's eclectic.
Very eclectic. You should come to Mumford & Sons tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a no. That's if it was any other day answer.
Bro, the greatest tweet of all time. They said, I love when music takes you to another place. For instance, this bar is playing Mumford & Sons, so I'm going to a different bar.
Apologies to Marcus Mumford. By the way, you know who his wife is?
No.
Marcus Mumford. Carrie Mulligan. He's married to Carrie Mulligan, the actress. Yeah.
Oh.
You ever work with her?
No. I don't think I have.
She good.
Yeah, she good.
She
hey,
good.
That's a good co-sign.
Yeah, she good. All right, so Laura's got something for us, a really interesting story that we did briefly the other day, but I thought with you here, and Andy, you haven't done this. This is a really good conversation. So, Laura, what do you got?
So, yeah, this was kind of a throwaway the other day for What's Up, Fool, and we're bringing it back. So I found a study of Londoners that think that monogamy is no longer realistic in these times. The recent survey found that 31% of Brits, particularly in urban areas like London, believe that monogamy is no longer a realistic ideal in modern relationships. They say 42% of them say monogamy feels outdated. And, I'm a square, like Andy said, because I do believe in monogamy. I don't share. Nearly 25% of people in the same study would consider a marriage sabbatical.
A marriage sabbatical.
Which this means it's a pause in a relationship for a personal space and growth. It didn't say you can go ahead and do things with other people. You know what I mean?
That's the implication. I believe that's part of it.
Within that 25%, its highest with them, age-wise, were 25 to 34-year-olds. So I'm out of that range.
So let's take this one by one. 42% say monogamy is outdated. Well, at my house, it is the house rule.
It's dated in my house.
It is 100%. One of our house rules. Andy, I'm sure you're the same, right?
Oh yeah.
Shay, what's your story? You're a mystery. I don't know.
Yeah, bro. I'm a single black father, man. I'm out here trying to figure it out, but I definitely believe in monogamy. I think this is much more of a I think this is much more of a younger generation poll, and I'll tell you why, guys. It's because of social media. We were not supposed to have access to this many hot people at any given
or
day.
Just this many people, period.
Yeah. Right.
We are not wired as humans to be able to reach out to this many strangers at will with no implications.
Bring back tunnel vision.
Now, Shay, you're on Instagram, right?
Yeah, I'm back.
Do people slide into your DMs? You're famous. Do people slide into your DMs?
Let me tell you something about O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Yeah.
I stay at 99 plus on those DMs, baby. 99 plus.
99 plus, which means you
that
don't
means-
open them?
No, that just means like it's always 100 or more, and it doesn't go higher than that. You got to scroll and then,
scroll.
But no, that's dangerous, bro. If
Yeah.
I don't, I'm at the age where if I don't know you, I know you, you're not getting all of this. You're not partaking. That's too dangerous. That's too dangerous. People out here getting got.
Yep.
Not O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Don't get got.
Don't get got.
Laura, you are a big supporter now. Allison and Brian, I think, swing. I think you guys are swingers.
Don't
you put a pineapple on your porch?
No.
Say, come on over. We're having pineapple.
Is this you're in Allison's second or third sabbatical that you're currently on?
Wow.
Zero.
Zero sabbatical.
Okay,
That's right.
can I share something really quick?
Sure.
So the pineapple stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I knew about it. My boyfriend's cousin rolled up with like a nice ass Gucci like decked out thing, and it had pineapples on like some of the logos. And then everyone looks at him. He's like, "Whoa, you're very upfront there."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Why?" He didn't know that that's what it meant.
Oh.
And he's like, oh, "No wonder all these cougars are looking at me weird."
Right. Yeah. If you go to the grocery store and you just hang out at the pineapples, a lot of times.
That's hilarious.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
So, who is the most trollable athlete? The most trollable famous athlete? I bet you guys will nail it.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. It's unbelievable that's immediately everybody's first reaction. Yeah. So he got a tweet this week. Says, "What have you done since leaving Brooklyn? Oh, what have you done since leaving?" It's from a Golden State fan. "Brooklyn was a failure. Phoenix is a failure, and you're about to jump ship to the next available team. LOL." Now, I think the average person just lets that go, right? It's like, yeah, I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to get involved in this. So, of course, KD did.
Yeah.
He responded, "All-Stars, 54-90, All-NBA, efficient buckets, brother. I also got a career-high assist one year, hit 30,000 points, won a couple Olympic golds and MVPs. What a career, and I'm still going. I love my life. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face."
Okay.
Why does Kevin Durant need to make this argument on his own behalf?
I will say that was probably the best way he could have answered, because he could have been like, shut up, Brokey McBrokey. Yeah. Like, he could have went that way. So I'm happy for him to do, to list those accomplishments. But as somebody who is notoriously I go by the heel that you love to hate.
Right.
On the No Contest Wrestling Podcast, I'm all for answering people and then throwing them to the wolves and letting the wolves eat them.
Right.
The way I describe it is, I don't like flies in my house.
Yeah.
You could just let them buzz around.
Sure.
Or you could swat them.
Right.
And you got to learn to be like, if I answer this person, I give them everything they want.
Yep.
If I don't answer them, they won't even remember.
So which path do you take?
Just pass.
Yeah, see, I just passed too.
Pass.
Every
now and then, though, I go buck.
Andy, do you ever, like at Cam Brothers, do you ever like get a hateful, angry tweet and you're like, I'm going to respond to this? And
No, generally those I don't respond to.
Okay.
But what I often do is I mute people.
Oh, yeah.
I will not
let them
block
talk
you.
to the void.
I never block.
Yes.
I will not block, but I will mute the hell out of
there's
people.
a certain satisfaction, I think, that comes for people when they're blocked.
Yeah, they love it.
They're like, hey,
I was
such
a jerk. He told me about
They feel
myself.
like they got the last word. They got so far under your skin that you had to block them. And I'm like, no, I'm letting you waste your own time.
Right.
You keep screaming at me, wondering when I'll finally respond. I'm not responding because I don't see it.
Yeah, you're screaming into the void.
Laura, this in terms of blocking, you get some crap on Twitter. Do you block people? Do you mute people? Do you respond to people? How do you do it?
I just ignore people. Like, I don't do a lot of Twitter anymore. I used to be very active on Twitter, and it's too much for me. I'm very active on Instagram, super active, and I do get a lot of heat there. But honestly, like, I don't care. You have the unfollow button, so if you don't like what I'm posting or anything, like, dip. It's that easy.
Something I often do as well beyond the muting, if I get those type of tweets, I often heart them.
Yeah.
Because I think
Do you?
It confuses the person.
It does confuse them,
Like, they
sure.
don't know how to react to that. And then sometimes I've hearted something, and then they've come back to me like, man, I love your work, man.
Yeah, man.
It's really funny.
You know what we call those people?
Freaks.
Tweeters.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who
Absolutely.
the troll the easiest to troll at 710 ESPN? So easy to troll this person.
Who?
Morales?
At Corporate Greg.
Oh, man.
Really?
No, he gets hung up on somebody saying something about him, saying something about the Dodgers, and the next thing you know, he's in a little Twitter fight. You've never noticed this?
No. Well,
he goes down. He's.
Tuck your chains. Corporate Greg is here.
The most trollable person at ESPN. You can always get him.
You just got trolled into coming in
Yeah,
here.
right. You literally just got trolled.
I know, because I hear you calling me out.
You're getting
I'm not
trolled.
just not
You
come in
added
here.
Bergman without even going online.
Yeah.
That's all you need to
He
do.
said the
You just put in the ether. I'm going to come
But
in here.
you do go back at people.
I do. I have conversations with people because, why not? That's the fun of. I see you doing it all the time.
Yeah,
you should
I'm
be on my
slowed
side
down.
here.
Trust me. I'm slowed down.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, but I
I'm
think
not like.
I think you get hung up.
No.
Yeah, because you've talked to me about certain tweets that have gotten under your skin.
Oh,
You're
he's got
just
a
making things up now. Now you're just throwing.
I'm
things
just telling
out.
in our private meetings. You talk about.
So what you're saying is that
So that's why you
whatever
asked me
our
to step out
private
earlier
meetings are
today?
is going, yeah, it was about me
Earlier
saying,
today,
I'm getting really upset
Earlier
with
today, me and Andy were.
Steve 72930432549.
Me and Andy were having a meeting, and Greg walked in. I'm like, Andy, step out. I got to talk to Greg.
It was a very
got to talk to
Ramona-esque,
management.
I
like,
understand.
Hey, I need the room.
So you can tweet at Corporate Greg. Go ahead and let him have
It's
it.
actually at corporate_Greg. I probably will talk because it's
Yeah.
fun.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
You
Yeah.
do it? Yeah, you have fun. You
Yeah,
don't talk anymore?
I've slowed down because I would be there all day. Because once if I see an easy home run, I have to take it.
Yeah.
I've had to
Right.
hold back the swing.
I don't know how to hit a home run anymore. I can
Yeah.
do it like a single. Every
Well,
once
you're
in a
playing
while.
for Team Cappy.
Yeah, this team.
Join the club.
Did you see this team?
Yeah, I saw
It's
it.
garbage.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really rough team. I have no idea how Cappy ended up with a team. And by the way, I like every person individually on his team. They just aren't good at softball.
Do you not like somebody individually on your team?
Yeah, there's one person there. But I do think I've got a stacked lineup.
Yeah, you do. You very
But
much
in,
do.
in your fifth spot, you got Kobe Hader, Brian Kamenetsky, bro.
He's good.
Oh,
He's good.
but you know what? Here's the
good.
thing. Got to look past that because he can play softball. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. No, he's
He
got
really
talent, and talent outweighs. What are you pointing at, Momo?
Yeah.
What about her?
What's wrong with Momo?
Momo's got the experience. What
She
do you mean?
does.
Stanford.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come
she'll
on,
be.
now.
She's going to
I asked
pitch.
her
I think.
about softball players. She'll give me a run.
By the way,
Yeah.
it really speaks to like the lacking level of talent at this station. When you're talking about Brian, you're like, Brian's really good. It's like he's good for this station.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
No,
Like if
no.
he went to an actual softball game, he'd be like, he's all right.
If I ask you who
fine.
the best player that is actually on this, who would you think it is? Softball player.
Ooh, where's I would say Travis.
No, it's right here.
Yeah.
That's
Brian
what I'm
Cohen.
talking about.
Brian Cohen.
Brian Cohen
Yeah,
is
BC.
the best softball player at the station.
Yeah, he's great.
Born
Great.
baller, baby.
That's right.
Great defense at third base. Made a couple of big plays
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, he was
Hits the
really
ball.
good.
Mason
I mean,
gets first pick. That doesn't seem
No,
right
he
at
got
all.
no,
second pick.
he
Second
took
and third.
Mario with first
Mario
pick.
can play though.
Mario's
Mario's very
MVP
good.
last year.
He's
Very
demanding
good.
a trade.
Wow.
We've got a song that we want to play for you.
Yeah,
So-
bro, Brand Stark, you're a snake.
You,
Can't hear.
he does not like Bran Stark.
No, I hate Bran Stark.
Thank you.
Were you as dissatisfied with the ending
I
of Game
hated
of
it.
Thrones? You hated the ending?
Hated the ending of Game of Thrones.
Shay?
Absolutely. All right, it was disgusting.
Andy, do you watch
Haven't
Game of
seen
Thrones?
it.
Anybody else watch Game of Thrones?
I did. I kind
No.
of liked it. Not
I
gonna lie.
hated it.
Basically,
Bran Stark was
Didn't
like
get
my
it.
least favorite character on the show.
Three-eyed
They
Raven,
went
come
and
on.
they looked at
Three-eyed
all
Raven.
the characters that were there, and they said, "Let's take the very worst possible person, the one that said, I don't want to be
I don't
king."
want it.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
it.
That turned into Why do you think I came all this way?
To be the king.
Yeah, by the way, there had to be a reason they carried him along all that way because otherwise all he had was that bird with 3 eyes.
Yeah.
The Ravens?
Yeah, he had the Ravens.
Nobody thought Tom would end up taking over Waystar or whatever Waystar became in
Oh,
Succession.
true. Oh, now you're going Succession.
But I'm
yeah.
saying sometimes guys end up just sort of laying back in the cut, and then all of a sudden they run the place.
But that kind of makes sense. He was legitimately saying, that's not who I am. I don't want this. I'm not supposed to have this.
I am the broken.
I am the broken.
I am the broken.
Yeah.
Tom kind of made sense.
Who should have been the king?
Who should have been the king?
Yeah.
Probably Jon Snow.
Oh, you think Jon Snow? Who do you think?
Jon Snow or Tyrion?
Yeah, I think Tyrion.
Tyrion would have been awesome.
Tyrion would have been great.
Could you ask for a better mind to run it?
He just worked with Peter Dinklage on
I'm about to.
You're about to. Yeah.
Shatheeds. You should. I can't.
Do you know what it is? I didn't realize what it was.
Yes, I know what it is now. I definitely looked it up.
Now, do you put that on a movie marquee, or how does that work?
I ain't naming it.
Do the posters say
Shatheeds? Yeah.
My wife works in that business. She actually works in like movie posters and stuff. I'll ask her how you go about conquering something like that.
Is there like a apostrophe, like a dash?
Something, yeah, it's got to be something because, like, I didn't think Cocaine Bear would get put out there.
Yeah,
but listen, in Mexico, they were like, we won't put cocaine on there.
Is that right?
Like, good for you.
I don't think you can unless you put like a star on the eye.
Yeah, it's
just like instead of the eye, it's a star.
Yayo Bear.
Yeah. All right. Let me see. What are we doing next? Oh, by the way, it looks like Ben Casparius is now in the Dodgers starting rotation.
They're building him up. It seems like they need a starting pitcher.
Yeah.
It's not Justin Robleski or Bobby Miller. Did you see what Bobby Miller did in his rehab start?
Yeah.
Or not his rehab, down AAA?
Down AAA, yeah.
10 earned
runs. I don't know.
10 earned runs.
He's just not.
It's
Remember,
he
was going to be so great.
Yep,
and he got off to such a great start in his career, and he's just melted down.
Is there any word on Troy Hampton? I thought we were just making up names. I'm sorry.
Nah, Troy Hampton is a double A.
Yeah, he's a second baseman.
You could literally say anybody's name and it sounds like a baseball player.
Really big arm, great glove.
Yeah.
Just doesn't have the swing.
No,
Troy Hampton.
I'm
looking for you. Troy Hampton.
Very below average bat.
But he could go in a trade at the deadline.
He could.
Yeah.
And maybe
Troy Hampton.
Another
some stupid general manager will accept Troy Hampton as the prospect.
Just say player to be named later.
All right, coming up next for you. There's an app I wonder if we should all be using because I don't know exactly what it's for. Plus, how important is culture in sports? One former NBA star says it leads to championships. We will do that coming up next. In the meantime, hey, there's a new yellow billboard from Jacob Imrani, and it says, enjoy the now. Now, if you've been in an accident, enjoying the now is probably the last thing on your mind. You're hurting, you're frustrated, maybe your car's totaled. That's why Jacob's message matters. He wants you to focus on healing because he and his team are going to handle everything. Medical referrals, insurance claims, getting your car fixed. They got it all. 30 years of experience. He knows how to get results and peace of mind for his clients. So while he takes care of you, you can take care of yourself. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. Call Jacob. He is the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember...
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. Don't forget Jacob, a proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. You can follow him on Instagram and Facebook for giveaways and helpful tips and all kinds of insight. That's at call.jacob. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
They got it all hooked up at the Dodger games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got great seats, like right down the third base line.
Beautiful.
Like good table right in front of them where you can have like cervezas.
Oh, those seats.
And some aguas calientes.
Hot water?
No, what's the what did I have today?
Aguas calientes. I had family there.
What do I have? What did I have today? The shrimp. What did I have today?
Aguachiles.
Not aguas calientes. What did I have? Is that a casino?
Yeah. Agua Caliente by DeAndre's house.
Right. Yeah.
And then Aguas Calientes where my cousin lives in the state of Mexico.
Okay.
But you're getting there, Cappy.
What did I eat today?
Shrimp.
No, but come on. No, I don't want the white guy version. What was it called?
DeAndre?
What was it called?
Aguachiles.
Aguachiles. See, now I got aguas calientes.
You were close, Cap.
I was very close. Aguas chiles.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Post Malone presents the Big Ass Stadium Tour. 9-time Diamond certified and 16-time Grammy Award nominated phenomenon, Post Malone. His biggest headline tour, live at SoFi Stadium June 19th. Global superstar Post Malone with Jelly Roll and special guests Wyatt Flores and Chandler Walters. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
This just in, the NFL schedule has dropped, and you know what that means. It's go time. Adam Schefter here with the Insider Tip. If you're trying to catch your team live this season, Vivid Seats is the move. For the best selection of games and seats, it's time to snap your tickets up now. Vivid Seats has great deals on great seats and the only rewards program in the game. It's no wonder they're the official ticketing partner of ESPN. So don't wait. Head to vividseats.com or download the app and lock in those game days.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. Thank you again to everybody who came on out to Iowans in West Covina yesterday for our LA versus San Diego watch party. Remember, this summer it's coming. A private Mason and Ireland event, ... where you can press the flesh. Maybe they'll do fast track in person for you. Who knows? Keep listening for details. Right now, Mason and Ireland continue with Andy sitting in for John on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
By the way, there you go. There's the Mumford & Sons.
Oh, man. This is
I will wait. By the way, you know the best thing about it?
I won't wait.
Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That parking is amazing.
Wait.
Yeah, it is. We actually, you know what we're doing? We're walking up the hill.
Nice.
Oh, good
Yeah,
for y'all.
we're walking up
Get
the
your
hill,
steps
walking back. We got a hotel room sort of in Hollywood that we're going to hang out at, and then just walk up the hill because it can be a nightmare, the Hollywood Bowl. Thank you very much to Islands yesterday.
Yes.
That was fun.
We had a really good time. The food was great. Laura, I hardly ever eat during the show.
You don't, but you were munching on that protein bowl. And honestly, it was really good. I had the teriyaki burger protein bowl. It was I love the pineapple. I know we were talking about pineapples in other contexts, but the pineapple on there was really good.
Whoa, chill.
Shout out to the regional manager, Rachel Nelson, who was amazing.
Yeah,
yesterday.
she was great.
She made sure we were taken care of and everybody that was there. But that's not just for us. People are like, oh, that's what they do when the station goes out there. And I'm like, no, bro. That's how they do it every day.
And by the way, those cheddar cheese fries.
That's how they get you.
He was so happy.
Dip it into the ranch dressing.
Dieting. Don't do that.
So
bro.
good.
I got some
so
news, Mace.
friggin' good. What's the news?
So, as you guys know, the Big Three is on their
hang on a
8th
second.
season.
Hang on a second.
All right.
Yeah. Breaking
I haven't
news.
heard that in a long time.
Just in.
So, as you guys know, the Big Three adds new players every year. And this year, in our 8th season, we're happy to add former Los Angeles Laker Wesley Johnson.
Nice.
Lance Stevenson as well. Also, former Laker Montrezl Harrell.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Kemba Walker and our big name, former Laker, former championship Laker, Hall of Famer, Dwight Howard is in the Big Three.
Nice.
That's right. Everybody, the tickets are available now. All you got to do is go to big3.com/tickets. That's big3.com/tickets.
Yeah. Was that your that was your bullet point?
Ice Cube is listening.
Yeah.
Shout out.
All right, coming up next for you, going to do some What's Up, Fool. In the meantime, this is an ad sponsored by BetterHelp. So, guys today face incredible pressure to perform and to provide and to just hold it all together. And it's no wonder that 6 million men in the U.S. suffer from depression every single year, and it's often diagnosed. Here's the thing. It's okay to struggle. I mean, I've totally been there, depression, gone through stretches. But the real strength comes from opening up about what you're carrying and doing something about it so you can be at your best for yourself and for everybody else in your life. Like I say, I've dealt with this over the years. I diagnosed bipolar 1 back in 2000, and I've learned how to manage that, and I've had a really good therapist the entire time, and right now over 35,000 therapists are available on BetterHelp. It's the world's largest online therapy platform. They've served over 5 million people globally. Listen, if you're having trouble, if you're not feeling right, depressed, anxiety, all that stuff, check it out. Go to betterhelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. BetterHelp/timeout. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Back tomorrow at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
DeMarco, what was your best birthday?
Ever?
Yeah.
Well, there's one, like when I was like 12.
What made it good?
I got everything I wanted. Like everything. I got the bike.
Oh, yeah.
I got the Transformers. I got everything I wanted plus cash.
Oh,
yeah.
It's hard to beat.
That was a cool one.
Did you do a fun party, too, with that? A theme party?
Everybody came to our house, so everyone came for me, got the cake, got to stand there, blow out the candles. That was a fun one. So, yeah. And this one was fun. This one was a great time.
You and I have the same birthday you have coming up later this year. Like, this is once you're past 21, we're only hitting the big numbers. Right? You're hitting 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, maybe 75. But, yeah, you're going.
I mean, you would know.
Wow.
Right.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy, spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
Looking for all things black and gold? Tap into LAFC Plus, hosted by Dave Denholm and Mario Ruiz.
This is LAFC Plus. He's Mario Ruiz. I'm Dave Denholm.
React to the latest match. Get ready for the upcoming game. Get exclusive interviews. Plus, a look around the rest of the MLS.
This is what LA is about. Not just being in the big games, but also winning.
New episodes of LAFC Plus drop weekly. Available everywhere you get your podcasts and on the ESPN LA app.
30 years ago, Wu-Tang Clan changed hip-hop forever. Now, it's time for the Final Chamber. Live in Los Angeles, Wu-Tang Clan, together, live on stage, the beginning of their final tour. Crypto.com Arena, June 22nd, with Run the Jewels. Get tickets now at WuTangClan.com. Wu-Tang Forever, the Final Chamber. Produced by AEG Presents.
Mark your calendars, SoCal. The High Desert Beer and Wine Festival returns to the Palmdale Amphitheater on Saturday, June 21st from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sample craft brews from regional breweries, sip fine wines, and enjoy tasty food trucks while rocking out to live performances from Eve 6, DJ A1, and some of the best cover bands around. It's the tastiest party of the summer. Tickets available at HighDesertBeerAndWinefest.com. General admission and VIP options available. That's HighDesertBeerAndWinefest.com.
Teams are battling for the championship, and there's no better place to get in on the intensity than ESPN Bet. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last two, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
And it is Mason and Ireland, as I like to say, be proud, sucker, that you are a P1 of the biggest show on the radio. We're not going to make t-shirts right now. I mean, it's a budget thing. But we got to pay for Mason Ireland's new contract. Come on. But maybe you make a T-shirt that says, hey, I'm a Mason and Ireland P1. Don't call me scumbag. That could be the T-shirt. Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
All right, guys, my turn here.
Okay.
So, as we mentioned yesterday when we were at Islands, Father's Day is this Sunday. And I always have the toughest time buying something for my dad because he's super simple. He's like, just be here. It's okay. But I like to give gifts. Okay. And again, this year, it's tough for me. So I want to know, Mason, what would you get for, like, not stepdad Leo or Pope Leo, like we'd like to call him now?
Not Pope Leo.
Okay, well, we call him Pope Leo. And then you guys are fathers, so what would you guys like to receive? You know what I mean? I need some help here, guys.
Well, and also, what do you get your dad a gift?
Yeah.
What you get?
He's listening.
He's listening, yeah, so you can't say
Oh,
it.
yeah. All right.
That's right. That's right.
No, he'll know. So this is one of those amazing years where my dad's birthday and Father's Day on the same day. So what will happen is what I did one time as a child, which is he will get the left sneaker for his birthday, and he will get the right sneaker.
I like that.
Yes. He raised me to be frugal. And
Oh,
that's
that's
what I will
great. That's great. You know what's weird is since I lost my dad, I don't. It doesn't hang out there on a calendar the way
It used to.
like Mother's Day does. But Andy, what do you expect from your family on
First
Father's
of all,
Day?
real quick, when you said that your dad raised you to be frugal, I'm not joking about this. I remember like 30-something years ago, an interview reading with your dad about how, like this was post-NWA, solo career going well. He's like, I still drive a Honda Accord. And at the time, I was driving an Accord, and I'm like, well, if it's good enough for Q, and good enough for me. Honestly, I'm kind of like Laura's dad. I don't want a ton of fuss made over me. I don't like feeling like I'm putting people out. I would be cool with just go out to like lunch, dinner, something like that. Just hang out together. Otherwise, probably the biggest gift you can give me is relaxation.
Yeah.
Like, just let me relax for a day without really much to do.
If Ireland were here, he'd say, "Leave me alone. I'm going to lay in the couch or in a massage chair and watch the U.S. Open in my compound in Idaho."
I mean, all I want for my daughter's 7.
Yeah.
So she's not out.
Handprint.
I got a bunch of those.
Gifts.
Like, yeah,
So
I got
cute.
Ashtray.
I still have her Thanksgiving one sitting in my dash. In my car.
Honestly,
Two,
probably
3.
my favorite Father's Day gift ever. My daughter made it while she was in preschool. There's like 4 photos on a strip, and one of them she's pointing herself like I, and then she's making a heart sign, heart, and then she points to the camera. Honestly, that's probably still my favorite Father's Day present
that's
ever.
really nice.
Yeah, all I want for Father's Day is to let my kid pick the movie. Let me pick the movie that me and my kid watch. I tried to watch My Cousin Vinny with her the other day.
It's a great one.
Next thing I know, I looked over and she's looking at Sniper Wolf on her iPad.
Yeah, Sniper
I need her to
Wolf.
just sit down and trust in Pop. I got some good movies, man. Just trust me. She trusts me with songs.
So she nodded off, not nodded off, but lost her attention on My Cousin Vinny.
How old is she?
She didn't
7.
get to my
She doesn't really get
biological
Pesci's
clock
comedy.
is ticking
I
here.
don't
A
get
little
it.
young for My Cousin
Yeah,
Vinny.
but I mean, Marissa Tomei saves the day. She's
great.
Super sexist. Everything woman is good with her.
Yeah.
So, I was hoping it'd work out. Not
Did
so much.
you ever hear this story? It's an urban legend that I don't think is true. But Marissa Tomei won best. You know this story.
Yes.
Won best supporting actress for My Cousin Vinny. She won the Oscar.
Should have won everything.
So there is a theory out there that Jack Palance, who announced the winner,
he had won the year before.
He had
for
won the
City
year before.
Slickers.
Said the wrong name. It was supposed to be Vanessa Redgrave, and he read Marissa Tomei. And afterwards, they asked Vanessa Redgrave, how do you want to handle this? And she said, well, I've already won one of those.
It's weak.
Do you believe it?
No. I'll tell you what that's rooted in.
Okay.
It is rooted in believing, because at the time she was nominated, I believe, against all Brits.
Oh,
and
was
this
she?
was during a period like in the early 90s when everyone was just fawning over British actors.
Yep.
So there was an element of snobbery to it, because how could the American doing this comedy role be better than all these respected stage British actresses? But also, and I think O'Shea, you'll understand this, there's snobbery against comedy. People treat comedy like it's easy to do.
Yeah, like you could just make me laugh. You know how hard it is somebody like, oh, you're a comedian? Tell me a joke. Like, that is, like, crazy to do.
By the way, your memory is pretty damn good. The nominees that year were Miranda Richardson.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Vanessa Redgrave.
Yep.
Joan Plowright.
Yeah.
And Judy Davis.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Australian.
Yeah. Australian,
Three Brits
yeah.
and an Australian. And they're all, by the way, they're all great.
They're all great.
actors.
Like
Just
Judy.
that talk.
I Marcia Tomei is the winner. My second favorite there is Judy Davis.
She's
She was great in Husbands and Wives. Yeah.
But of all those performances, Marissa Tomei is the one that's had the most staying power by far.
But everybody remembers that sequence, biological clock, that whole thing.
I don't like that quote because it made me feel like that arena lady in Coco Gauff. She just wouldn't just be like, no, she deserves it.
Right.
It's icky. Go
Yeah.
Marissa Tomei.
So Marissa Tomei, keep your Oscar, shine it up.
I'm a single black father, Marissa.
I saw something today in the world of movies that got me actually pretty jazzed up here. So it was announced today that Spaceballs 2 will be coming out 2027, 40 years after.
Still done
the
by Mel
original.
Brooks?
Yes.
He's
And so
99.
it's an interesting thing here, but are you a fan of these spoof kind of movies that kind of spoof on, a bunch of different pop culture, Star Wars kind of trilogy, but are you a fan of the spoof style of a movie?
I am 100% in favor of it. In fact, they are remaking Naked Gun
Yes.
with Liam Neeson in the Leslie Nielsen role.
Which is fun to say.
Oh, yeah. Liam Neeson in the Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That guy. I love those spoof movies. I mean, Airplane is still like one of the all-time classics in terms of that genre. You know what's actually really Scary Movie is actually really underrated.
Yeah.
The send-up of all the horror movies
There's been
is
so
really
many
funny.
of them now.
Yeah, it's like Scary Movie 11.
Well, number 1 and number 2 are when the Wayans brothers stopped doing it, and so you can kind of feel.
And two, in a lot of ways, Scary Movie was kind of a commentary on Scream, and Scream was kind of sending up all these horror tropes to begin with.
Right.
So
it's very meta, isn't it?
it is very meta.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I
saw
actually,
the splits.
By
on
the way,
Scream.
I don't actually know what meta means, but I like to say it because it makes you sound super smart.
Yeah. Splits.
Exactly.
The haunted house ones, spoofs from the paranormal
Another good
ones,
one, yeah.
pretty good. All right, so I saw this today that they will unveil the Tom Brady statue on 8/8 prior to the Patriots and Commanders game. So I know that, statues are a big thing. We've talked about what Rams player will have their statue come sometime. But I want to know, I remember when the Dwayne Wade statue was unveiled, and that was
Yeah.
That was bad. That was bad. The Kobe statue that we love also had some issues.
Well, it had some weird stuff
Some
on the
weird
base,
stuff
but
on
it's a great
Beautiful
representation
Oh,
of
yeah.
Kobe.
The
It's
statue
beautiful.
itself is great. Both of them are great.
I love the one with the
With-
angel wings.
yes,
It's like
with Gigi.
so cool.
My thing is, do you guys think that they will get this right? Because every time we see a statue, I feel like there's always like, oh, this happened, or oh, this was done wrong. Do you guys think
What
they
I
would
don't
get
understand is the guy that did the Dwayne Wade statue is the same guy that did a lot of the statues down at Star Plaza. So I don't know if he was having a bad day.
it right? Yeah, it was a bad day.
If he didn't have a good picture of Dwayne Wade to work
There's
from.
enough. There's enough.
But it's not a good representation of Dwayne Wade.
It's like when you go to Color Me Mine and you paint up the plate how you think it's going to look, and once it hits that oven, it's like, oh, that's not really the blue I was going for.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's the process of making these statues.
I did not expect Color Me Mine to be mentioned on the show today.
I remember going to the Hall of Fame to see Deion Sanders get inducted.
Yep.
And when he took his bust out, I was like, that doesn't really look like you. And then Cristiano Ronaldo, he got completely hosed. Dwayne Wade, but Tom Brady, for some reason, I feel like they're going to get
it
him
right.
I do too.
Some reason.
He seems like he's going to be very hands-on with this. What I want to know is what era of Brady are they going to look to represent? Because he has changed a lot physically over the years. Like, he's looked very different over the years.
Yeah. I listen, when I leave this earth and they put me onto some currency, make sure they use the young Shay. That's all I'm saying.
Young Shay.
Young Shay.
Yeah, don't use old Shay.
Man, not old Shay.
Yeah. I mean, they'll probably get it right because it's Brady.
You would think, but
I
you
think
just never
if
know.
they got it wrong, I think they'd say start over, go start chiseling again. You know who could do it? Dr. Clapper.
That's
so
true.
I was over at Dr. Clapper's office this week at Cedars-Sinai. He showed me he carves marble.
What?
All summer, he carves marble. So he goes to these marble, what would you call it, canyons or whatever, gets fresh marble. I don't know if there's such a thing as fresh marble.
Apparently.
But then he carves it, and he's got these carvings all over his office. They're beautiful. I would like to own a Clapper for my
remember the
house.
Weekend Warrior show? He used to spend a lot of time talking about art and sculpture and
That's
stuff
true.
like that.
He is
like, that's
he's
his
a
passion.
fascinating guy.
I was gonna say that he's such an interesting person because he's so like knowledgeable about so many different things. Like I got to work a little bit on his show, The Weekend Warrior.
Yep.
And I'm like, how did you just tie that to that to that to that, and it all
Right,
beautifully
surfing,
yes,
marble,
so crazy.
I mean, all that stuff. Yeah, call Clapper. See if I can buy one of his
right,
statues
I'll
from. I
text
would
him
love
right
to
now.
own a Clapper.
Listen, a dude who knows the body in and out and is really into art. Check that basement.
He has a sculpture of, at the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, they've got the two fingers. He's got a carving of that that's amazing.
Yeah, this dude.
Yeah, no,
I've never seen his face.
He is something else. You've never seen his face?
No, he's just a radio thing.
Oh yeah, no, he's a fantastic guy.
What's up, fool?
I got one more here for you guys. So, do you remember back in March Madness, NCAA put out the sports betting, don't be trolling the athletes kind of a thing? Well, so they came back with some numbers. Apparently, it worked. So, 42% down for trolling athletes compared to the previous years. But here's the caveat, and I thought it was pretty interesting. So 42% down of like college athletes actually getting hate in their Instagram, Twitter.
Okay.
But apparently social media abuse aimed at coaches and tournament officials has surged up 140%.
Yeah.
So a little caveat here. Are you okay with college athletes not getting the heat, but the coaches and officials, because people are going to complain about something. So would you rather them have it on the officials?
I'd rather have it on the coaches. Although, these guys are now making money.
Right.
I mean, Arch Manning is making $7 million for this football season at Texas.
Good for him.
Is there? Yeah, and fantastic
Good
for
him.
Good. Yeah, I agree. Make as much as you can.
Well, this gets back to, remember we talked about this yesterday with, like, is this a sports betting problem? And it's like, no, this is a social media problem. Like, sports betting has gone on forever. The difference is now you can directly reach out to these people.
Well, also, sports betting is now mainstream. You used to have a bookie that you would go to, so there were many fewer
Trust me when
players.
I say it was pretty mainstream
But
back then.
but there are so many more
Yeah.
bettors now than there've ever
But
been.
I'm telling you, it is more of a social media
I
thing.
don't
For sure.
disagree.
It is way more about
And
social media.
I feel like, the fact that they're going at older gentlemen who might be a little bit more tougher skin than a young guy coming up whose mentality might be a little phased by a bunch of people always on his case. I've never really gotten into sports betting, but I remember one time my best friend Roman, he talked me into it. I was like, let's do a parlay. He was like, all right, here's the list. Nobody ever hits a 16 parlay.
Right.
So I was like, that's what I want to do. So then I do the 16 parlay.
Yep.
5 of them hit. All I need is Tyreek Evans.
Yeah.
On the Pelicans versus the Kings, his former team. I need him to get 5 more points. Tyreek Evans, notorious 80% free throw shooter, went 2 for 7 from the free throw line.
Oh, no.
April 3rd, 2015. I'm not scarred.
Not that it stuck with you in any way.
I remember one time where I bet on a Pacers game and like half of whoever they were playing, half the team was injured on one side, half the other. I'm like, well, at this point, the Pacers have Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
They're going to win. Like 3 minutes into this game, Reggie Miller got booted. He got ejected from the game.
They know the spread.
And the Pacers got
That's brutal. Well, this kid we talked about him yesterday a little bit, but the kid that's got the parlay where he can win
$270,000.
$270,000.
Actually, just saw before the show, I saw an updated cash out. Now that the Thunder went down 2-1, $60,000.
Okay, so this is the scenario. He was right. He had a 5-teamer. He had the Liberty to win the WNBA title. He had the Dodgers to win the World Series. He had the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. He has the Thunder beating Indiana, and he's got the Edmonton Oilers, who are down 2-1 to be the last one. So he needs Oilers and Thunder to come through for $270,000. Now, there's a payout. He can right now cash it in for
60, and he already lost a chance at 60 when Edmonton went up 1-0. It was 120,000 cash out.
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. It was six figures.
Yeah, so 60,000. Now I absolutely cash out because I'm down in both series.
Yeah, that's rough.
Take the money.
And Panthers blew the doors off the Oilers.
Edmonton can throw some punches.
We told
though.
this guy to cash out. We tried to get him to do the right thing.
Yeah, yesterday he could have cashed out for a lot more.
I'm pretty sure yesterday it was still at 100,000. So yeah, 40,000 in one day.
Yeah,
that's
mental.
Rough. That's rough, bro. But you can't bet against USA. Not in hockey.
Nope. All right, coming up for you, that app that I'm not sure if I should be using or not. I don't really know. And how important is culture in sports? We'll do it coming up next. O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s here. Andy Kamenetsky's here. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN. What do you got, Andy?
Well, that ESPN LA 710 and the Children's Dental Fun Zone present the T-Ball Tee-Off, part of ESPN LA's 4th annual All-Star Friday night, happening July 11th at the West Covina Sportsplex. Kids age 7 to 12 can swing big and be a part of the All-Star action. Sign up now at espnla.com. Click on the T-Ball Tee-Off card. Sign up in your designated age group. It should be designated. Children's Dental Fun Zone. Sparkling smiles. Happy kids.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason in Ireland.
Have you ever seen anybody on an airplane vaping?
No, I don't think
I have.
I have actually.
I have, yeah.
In the
So, like,
bathroom.
yeah. Oh, okay, in the bathroom? Because I was on a plane, and, they obviously tell you can't smoke, you can't vape, blah, blah, blah. So there was this girl.
I love how dismissive you are.
Yeah. So there was this girl sitting in the next row from me. And I could see her taking a vape pen and, putting it in her shirt.
Yeah.
And then hitting it and then blowing the smoke down her sweatshirt. But you could see some of the vape
coming out of her shirt.
Right?
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to turn her into the flight attendants because all I was thinking was how come she's doing that and I can't do it? Right? Can I get? Excuse me. Can I get a hit of that, please?
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? Just 9 miles from downtown LA and near the 710 freeway, it's completely reimagined with new ownership, renovations, and upgraded amenities. We're also home to California's largest card room jackpot ever, $3.7 million. New players score $30 in match play when they say, Cappy sent me. Park West Bicycle Casino, come see what everyone's talking about.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GGR 001291. GAR 001292. PSIS license number 1358.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland. Thank you again to everybody who came on out to Islands in West Covina yesterday for our LA versus San Diego watch party. Remember, this summer it's coming. A private Mason in Ireland event, ... where you can press the flesh. Maybe they'll do fast track in person for you. Who knows? Keep listening for details. Right now, Mason in Ireland continue with Andy sitting in for John on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
All right, so I'm looking at commercials, and I see one and I've heard of it, obviously. This is for WhatsApp. I want to play a little bit of it.
On WhatsApp, your personal messages, they're yours. We can't read them.
Corey keeps printing out things for the meeting.
We can't hear them. We can't see them. So your unread triple texts, they're private.
All right, so what is WhatsApp? Are you on it? How do you use it? All that stuff.
I mean, WhatsApp, usually when I did Dinner Thieves 2, Pantera, when I did Dinner Thieves 2.
I just watched it like a month or so ago.
Yeah, I don't
Loved
die. So I flew out to Spain. When you go overseas, it's great to use to communicate because it's not costing you an arm and a leg to do any like roaming or anything like that. Other than that, I don't use it.
But what about all the encryption and they can't read? Like
It's amazing.
My texts aren't that interesting, so I don't know why anybody would want to read them.
Like it's for I know Sedano's family. We talked about this a long time
Oh,
ago.
is he a WhatsApp guy?
Some of his family, yeah. Like for my mom, she loves it. Like my mom will not text me at all. She will WhatsApp me.
Huh. Yeah.
Like, and she will not go iPhone. She is an Android person. Thick and thin, she's like, this
green
is
bubble. Right.
the green bubble, which I hate.
Ooh.
But she loves sending me voice notes through WhatsApp. And I'm like, Mom, just get an iPhone. It's like, no. She's like, I feel safe. She feels safe because things are encrypted. We don't say anything crazy, but
Right.
she loves the privacy aspect of it.
Yeah, interesting. Because I don't even think. What's the difference between doing WhatsApp and doing just a text chain?
I guess that there's a in those TOS and that terms of service that we never read. They probably don't have anything.
I read every one. I read every single one,
Right.
top to bottom.
Right. Wow.
Sometimes I talk to an attorney about certain aspects of those terms of service.
And then if you disagree, you
You
can't use the
you just can't use
$1,500
it.
phone. You
Yeah,
just
I can't
bought.
use Apple anymore.
Way to go.
I have 2 WhatsApp chains.
Do you really?
Yeah. And for some reason, both my daughter's volleyball club team and her school team, for whatever reason, the parents decided to create a text chain on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So I have 2 fairly active WhatsApp app chains going.
I bet you Shams is using WhatsApp.
Yes,
yeah.
he
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Bet you
Multiple
100%.
phones in WhatsApp.
Yeah,
But
multiple phones.
I will say this from an actor standpoint. I feel like her delivery of those lines was intense and made to scare me.
On WhatsApp, your personal messages, they're yours.
Yeah, she's kind of got an intimidating
Yeah,
voice,
hold on,
doesn't
man.
she?
Yeah, talk to me like the airport. Like, give me like a little like happy that I
Yeah,
everything's
be
locked
like
up.
Somebody just
Southwest
messaged
Airlines.
me on WhatsApp.
Yeah, see?
Oh, did they?
They're
See?
listening.
And it's Beto Duran.
Oh, there you go. All right, so Paul George, who played in Oklahoma City and Indiana.
How about that?
He was asked about what makes Oklahoma City so good. He said management.
How would I know?
Yeah, right. He says management. You got to give big shout-outs to Sam Presti over there. Just the things he's done over the years, the culture, the types of players that he's brought to a small market in Oklahoma. You got to take your hat off to this guy. He's one of the best in the game. He cares about his players. He cares about the community. So that culture idea, if Ireland were here and say, culture. I think culture means something. I think it counts for something.
It really means something if you're a small market team. When you have to rely on stuff like that because players aren't going to automatically look to go to you because you're LA or you're New York or you're a bigger market. If you're somewhere like Oklahoma City that, let's be honest, players don't necessarily trip over themselves to play in, you have to sell them something. And I will say in the 2010 Lakers finals run, the year where they went back-to-back with Kobe and Powell.
It was amazing.
The first-round series was against the Thunder. That's back when it was young KD, Russ, Harden.
right.
Babies.
And I got sent by ESPN to cover that series, but for the Thunder. So I spent a lot of time in their building, around the organization. I was super impressed by them then. And then you look at the way everything's run. When they're looking to compete, they make great moves. When they're looking to restart, they make great moves. I remember when they traded for Chris Paul, and everyone thought at the time, like, because they were moving Harden, or not, I think it was Harden. It was like, they're going to be terrible. No, they moved Russ.
Yeah.
They're going to be terrible now. They're just tanking. And I heard from someone close to Chris Paul that he's like, no, Chris is happy here. Chris likes it because they've been straight up with him, what they're going to be looking to do. We are looking to compete. If for whatever reason we're bad, we will move you somewhere else. Turns out they went to the playoffs that year. They traded for Paul George when nobody thought he'd stay.
Right.
Then he ended up staying, and because
we were here on the radio that night.
Yeah, that was Sábado
Gigante, yes.
But here's the thing. Because they had the stones and the confidence to trade for Paul George, knowing he could walk, that's how they ended up in the position to trade him for SGA.
Yeah. I, to this day, have Paul George blocked.
Do you have him blocked?
Yeah, man, because you let Russell Westbrook in a Nas concert
that night
keep you in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Well, I think he was mad because remember the Lakers had the opportunity to trade for him
instead of you just.
Well, I think he was offended by I'm not worth Brandon Ingram.
I'm not worth Brandon Ingram. It makes sense to let you walk in the door.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
We were on the radio that night because we were doing a big free agency special. We called it Sábado Gigante, and we felt like Paul George was absolutely coming.
Paul George
100% coming.
Paul George for a
we
while.
were just ready. Pride in Palmdale coming to the Lakers.
Oh, that's when Palmdale lost its LA privileges.
Yeah, that's right. Palmdale.
They absolutely lost their they know what they did.
Yeah.
They still have not gotten it back.
Yeah. But I think culture, and by the way, I think where we work, and I'm not just saying, I think we've got a very good culture where we work.
Absolutely.
Laura, would you not say?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I think everybody gets along. Yeah. Everybody pulls the same side of the rope. Everybody's got an attitude. I want to get in here. I want to be on the air. I want to contribute. It goes all the way to the social media team and all the guys that are working back there. The interns work their asses off. Everybody working with our partners. I mean, I just think this is a very winning culture that we've got here.
You tell old Johnny Irish that if culture doesn't matter, why do more people choose to come to the Lakers than they do to go to the Clippers?
There you go. That's a good question. I will put that to him.
You tell him.
All right, coming up next for you, Charles Barkley says one NBA franchise has really screwed up. And let's see. Adam Silver spinning the ratings for the NBA Finals. He might be making some sense. We'll do that coming up next for you. In the meantime, it's ESPN LA's Legends launch, presented by Legends Attic. It's all part of ESPN LA's 4th annual All-Star Friday night on July the 11th at the West Covina Sportsplex. Step up to the plate, take your shot in a high-energy challenge to hit as many balls as you can in 90 seconds. Bring your own bat and helmet and bring that big swing because spots are limited. Head to ESPNLA.com right now to reserve your spot. Step up, swing big, and be legendary. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp recently surveyed over 16,000 people and found that while 75% of people believe it's wise to seek support, only 27% of Americans are in therapy, and people stay silent to avoid being judged. At BetterHelp, they have over 10 years of experience matching you with the right therapist. We're all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/timeout.
Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort, provides opportunities for all travelers and locals. Enjoy restful accommodation, dine in the Red Restaurant with an expansive outside patio, or pamper yourself and relax at the spa. Hit the links at one of their 2 championship courses, the Babe and the Ike. Pacific Palms Resort is the perfect choice for a Los Angeles venue for your business meetings, weddings, and big events. Enjoy a beautiful staycation or family holiday at their Hilltop property. Book your stay at LA's #1 work and play resort today at PacificPalmsResort.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Summer's here, and seasonal businesses are hiring everything from hiking guides to surf instructors and more. Whether you're hiring for one of these roles or any other role, you need ZipRecruiter to find qualified candidates fast. ZipRecruiter's smart technology gets to work as soon as you post a job, diving in to find great matches and showing you top picks right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/sports to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
And it is Mason and Ireland, as I like to say, be proud, sucker, that you are a P1 of the biggest show on the radio. We're not going to make t-shirts right now, I mean, it's a budget thing. But we got to pay for Mason and Ireland's new contract. Come on. But maybe you make a T-shirt that says, hey, I'm a Mason and Ireland P1. Don't call me scumbag. That could be the T-shirt. Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey! 44 years ago today, they released this movie.
Wow.
Which turned out to be pretty good. Got maybe the most memorable opening sequence of any movie. Everybody can picture the boulder lifting the thing and the boulder rolling after him and all that stuff. An amazing sequence to start the movie and just a classic. I think they've made like 9 of them now.
And is it so crazy that the Indiana Pacers are 2 wins away?
Good point.
Shout out to Fred Jones, old slam dunk champion for the Pacers. He had probably the best nickname over there because the front of his jersey says Indiana and the back of it said
Jones.
Jones, yeah. Yeah, that's
was
good.
going to be Tom Selleck at one point.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
He couldn't get out of Magnum.
Interesting.
You're not shaving that mustache. Are you kidding?
Anybody see Mission Impossible, the new Mission Impossible?
I'll do you one better. I haven't seen one ever.
You've never seen a Mission Impossible? Oh, my God.
I just watched Die Hard last year.
What is going on in your life?
You just got around to Die Hard?
Listen, if you wasn't on BET, I wouldn't watch
What, are you
it.
working your way through the 80s?
Yeah.
Mission Impossible, I think, is great. Did you see it?
I have not
Anybody?
seen the latest one, no.
It's terrific. Do you think Tom Cruise is actually walking on the wing of that plane?
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. He absolutely is.
100%.
I talked to, in fact, Culture Pop Podcast, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, all those places. Talked to somebody on Ethan Hunt's team, Greg Tarzan. His name is Tarzan. Greg Tarzan Davis. And really, really funny. Did you watch The Studio?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I saw the Ice Cube episode.
Yeah, right. Did you see the Cranston episodes at the end of the year?
No. I
Oh,
gotta check it out.
He's whacked out of his skull.
Oh, my God. He's so funny.
Standard
On
Brian.
Cranston on
No,
shrooms.
the Cube episode is when they
hilarious.
really get into the Kool-Aid.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
That
so
is
great.
Very funny.
Very
Yeah.
funny, dude.
All right, so I don't know if you heard this or not, but the Knicks are just randomly offering the head coaching job to people who already have jobs. And they've offered it, let's see, Chris Finch, Jason Kidd, Ime Udoka. Have they gone Dagnall yet? They got to wait till after the finals to get
They have not even
Dagnall.
offered the job yet, because in order to offer a job, you have to have an interview.
Correct.
And they're not even getting the interviews.
Correct.
To offer the job.
Here's Charles Barkley.
The Knicks got to be the stupidest damn people in the world. Like, you don't fire no good coach like that and don't have a plan. I mean, Tibbs did a hell of a job. Obviously, something's going on there, but you don't have a plan. And now the 3 coaches turn you down. You got to have a plan, man. And they don't have a plan now. I mean, I don't know what the hell they're going to do.
So
it's actually 5 coaches, by the way.
It's 5 coaches
5
now.
NBA coaches and Jay Wright.
Also, there was a parody tweet out there that the Knicks have reached out to Stephen A. Smith, and ESPN has denied his opportunity to interview. I don't understand. I mean, Barkley said it all. This is like the most ham-handed hack thing in the world, to fire a coach that got you within 2 games of the NBA Finals without an idea of who you were going to hire.
I think the problem is they did have an idea.
Yeah, but there was no guarantee.
Well, I think they were arrogant enough and deluded Dolan enough to believe that anybody would just trip over themselves running to do this job.
But see, that's not even it, because it's the organizations that are saying, no, you can't even talk to our
Right,
guy.
but here's the thing, though. You're only doing that if the coach, like Chris Finch or Udoka or whatever, if they don't want the job.
Right.
Because if those guys actually want the job, you're going to let them interview. And if they really want to coach the Knicks that badly, let them go to the Knicks. You get some type of asset from the Knicks, and then you find a different coach. You don't want a guy who
doesn't want to be there.
Right, exactly. Like, what's being unsaid in all this is Ime Udoka, Chris Finch, Jason Kidd, whatever, they don't want the job.
Right.
Udoka was just second in the West. You know?
Yeah, he's got a great young roster. Why the hell is he moving?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. I think that the idea is that if you're going to fire somebody, know who it is that you're going to hire.
Yeah, personally, number one, you're absolutely correct. You should know what the next step is, especially in basketball now. The window is such a quick thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've never, ever since the Derrick Rose situation, I've just been off Tom Thibodeau. You can't have these 7-player rotations all year and not expect your players to be exhausted.
Right.
And that on top of the relationship he had with Cat in Minnesota, I think that played into it a little bit. But I think it was Colin Cowherd, but he's not usually right, so I don't want to give him that.
Oh, I like Colin.
But
he's a buddy of ours.
I believe he said that James Dolan was focused on the sphere. James Dolan was focused on the sphere.
Sphere's pretty
all year.
great. Sphere's awesome.
That's why the Knicks were doing so great.
Yep.
And as soon as he comes back, he fires Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah. Have you been to the Sphere?
No. Yeah. I see it from every hotel I've been
Total game changer. It really is. Total
hype me
game changer.
You know I got to go back to Vegas for WrestleMania. It's going back-to-back years.
Is that right? We're going to, in the fall, we're going to go see the Eagles at Sphere.
In the fall? I thought that.
Yeah, but this time I'm going to go backstage and meet Don Henley.
Okay, if I'm not doing that,
you should. It's amazing. You met Glenn Fry's kid, Deacon. Super cool guy. Yeah.
Also, Sam Amick.
Sam Amick. Okay,
Sam Amick from the Athletic Report. According to his sources, at least as of now, the Knicks have not reached out to the Lakers yet to seek permission to talk to JJ.
Just
Redick.
a matter of time.
Have we checked in on the Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg is
the
Eddie.
Whoopi Goldberg?
Sure, that's a good call.
She does have experience with the Knicks.
That's true. They were very successful.
She's on the list. Here's the thing. What's amazing about this is just because they don't know and just because they can't get the guy they want doesn't mean they're not going to get the right guy. Like I go back to back in the early 2000s, I think it was 99 or 2000, Mike Garrett, the sixth choice for the head coach at USC was Pete Carroll. And we went on the radio. We were so upset. Why do we have this washed-up former NFL coach? Why did so many people this just isn't a good job? Everybody said, turned out great.
Right, that's beautiful, but they don't have the luck of Southern California. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, New York. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, New York.
But this goes further into my proof that the 2008 Boston Celtics are shams, frauds. Doc Rivers, Tom Thibodeau, frauds.
Boston.
100%, Connor. 100%. Bro, Tom Thibodeau, fraud.
I'm glad you worked that in.
Yeah, man.
Glad you worked that in because we always
Celtic
like
hate.
Boston.
Exactly. All right, let me see. I'm racing through material here because tomorrow's my mom's birthday.
No way.
Yeah, Donna.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom. She's watching on the YouTube right now.
Raised by Gemini. It shows. I'm right here with you.
And she is turning 80 years old.
Wow.
Good catch.
She
You
looks
never
great
say.
for
She
80.
does.
She does.
And she, you know what? She went to work yesterday. She works at schools all the time. She was the fill-in librarian yesterday at Latino School.
Okay.
She just always wants to work. She wants to be out there. She wants to be doing things. She wants to be with people.
Keeps the heart going, the mind going.
Yeah, exactly.
Your mom is great.
Yeah,
I love your mom.
She's terrific.
She's Leo's sugar mom.
No.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, unfortunately, not stepdad Leo is there as well, but
He's a great guy.
no, he's a great
really
guy.
is.
Just not my
Great and
stepdad.
strong.
Not my stepdad. All right, coming up next for you, let's do this. When it comes to fast food, I find this to be an amazing story. What chain has the highest employee satisfaction? We will do that coming up next for you. In the meantime, Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds. They are transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs, so the next time you donate or shop, you're not just decluttering, you're empowering someone's future. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org, brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
By the time we got there, though,
The apps were there.
dude, George has sitting on the table oysters.
Indian spinach dip,
Did you have something else?
and then like a spring rolls, some tuna spring rolls.
Oh, those were terrific.
Yeah.
But the oysters, I will say this right now, I would never order oysters.
Oysters are really healthy for you.
Oh, yeah?
Sedano's a big
They
oyster
got
guy.
zinc,
Yeah.
and they help the schwanz.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Chris, how's the schwanz feeling given the oyster? last night. That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's fine.
Okay,
but it's good zinc. It's good for your immune system.
Because I took one of the oysters, I put a little
zinc is good for the schwanz too. It's just like it happens to be the case.
A little horseradish, a little bit of
Take
sucked
it down. Yeah.
Right? Just swallowed that whole thing.
The horse.
You know? And then Chris put one down too, and I was thinking the whole time, like, this kid's schwanz is going to be on fire tonight. For real.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy, spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
We're everyday people doing good in our community. Our kindness runs deep, just like our blood. The same blood we donate to help treat sickle cell disease, which hits Black people the hardest. Good news is, 1 in 3 Black blood donors is a match for someone struggling with sickle cell disease. Stand tall in the eyes of your community. Donate today because our blood saves lives. Visit redcrossblood.org/ourblood to make your donation.
Teams are battling for the championship, and there's no better place to get in on the intensity than ESPN Bet. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ, that's JOEQ, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. Thank you again to everybody who came on out to Iowans in West Covina yesterday for our LA versus San Diego watch party. Remember, this summer it's coming. A private Mason and Ireland event, ... where you can press the flesh. Maybe they'll do fast track in person for you. Who knows? Keep listening for details. Right now, Mason and Ireland continue with Andy sitting in for John on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
On this day in some year, this song came out. Brian, what are we listening to?
Well, J-Lo, 1999.
1999.
If You Had My Love.
I was actually living in New York when this song came out.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did something super mean on WNEW in the morning. Somebody gave us, she was on Saturday Night Live, somebody gave us her unsweetened vocal.
Ooh.
And it was rough. And we played it. It was super mean. I kind of regret doing it, although it's a great
don't.
bit.
Yeah.
Homegirl can't sing. We all know
Because
that.
they sweeten,
this
sweeten
really
the hell out of that.
She's a
Probably
great
not.
performer.
She's a great
not
performer.
a great singer.
Yeah, no, she's a great dancer. She's not a great vocalist.
I think she puts on a good show.
Okay, I told you guys, and then Pepe confirmed that I fell asleep. I know she's gotten better because Funch went to go see her, I think, when she had the residency in Vegas. But when she was here, when it used to be Staples with Enrique Iglesias, and they did a half and half show, her half, I was like,
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Funch went there for yams.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I'm sure his wife pulled him that way, but you know.
Yeah.
He didn't take pictures. He's there looking.
Funch is around here. I don't know where he's
Somewhere.
at.
So, all right, this is my theory, that the happier employees are, the better it is for customers.
Very
like,
true.
for example, if you go to Whole Foods, which is super overpriced, so I would
That's
never go
true.
to a Whole Foods under any circumstances. I don't like Whole Foods. The employees used to be really nice, and then Jeff Bezos bought them, and now everybody's really grumpy. They're unhappy, and it's reflected in what they do. You know where the happiest grocery store is? Trader Joe's. People love working for Trader
Joe's.
Joe's.
I used to date a girl years ago who worked at a Trader Joe's. She said it actually was a really good job.
Yeah, they say it's a really good work environment.
Except the guy that helped me yesterday.
Oh, is
Trader
that right?
Joe's.
Normally
He
they
was so
got their
rude.
Aloha shirts and
Oh,
they're
no.
all happy and cheerful
Honestly-
and they're ringing a bell. I don't even know what the bell's for.
Me neither.
They
What
hide
is
the
it for?
elephant for the little kids.
Yes.
They have the little stuffed animal
I
elephant
was
that they put everywhere.
so shocked because Homeboy was not nice.
Interesting.
Not,
Okay.
but, we won't dwell on that because I do like Trader Joe's.
Yeah, the only reason why the Trader Joe's employees are probably happy is because they get designated parking spots in that weird
Do they really? No
parking
way.
spot.
No. Trader Joe's
I don't
parking is terrible at every location. I have no
Unless-
idea.
Unless it happens to be one with a garage.
Or the one on
If there's a Trader Joe's with a parking garage, like just a normal parking garage.
Yeah.
you're
Fair
fine.
Oaks, the big one by the pavilions. That's where I went
Huge.
yesterday. It's huge and it has a huge parking lot. Go to that one
Bro,
on
it's
Fair
just
Oaks.
like, okay, they know the direction that traffic goes. Let's make it diagonal.
Opposite, yeah.
Like, my goodness.
So what we talked about this off the air, but the fast food restaurant with the happiest employees, In-N-Out Burger.
We all independently
In-N-Out.
guessed it.
We all
Yeah,
guessed
we did.
In-N-Out because everybody's always in a good mood there.
Love In-N-Out.
91% of people that work there recommend to their friends that they should get a job.
I have heard, I don't know this for a fact, but I believe that the hourly pay better than a lot of other fast food places. Like they have pretty good benefits, stuff like that. Like it's got a good reputation if you're going to work there.
And always align.
But because
that's
it's
gotta make you
good.
happy.
Always aligned.
That's got to make you happy.
Now, some of these restaurants in the top 10, I don't even know. Do we have a Raising Cane's here? I know it's a
we
big
got
chain.
one in the
yeah.
valley.
Yep,
There's
I
no
don't like.
drive-thru.
I don't like it.
Raising
No
Cane's
drive-thru.
Yes, there is.
number
Not-
2.
Oh, not yours.
There's a couple in South
Bland
Bay.
as,
Are there?
bland as hell.
Dutch Brothers, Chewy's,
I
Pete's
hate-
Coffee and Tea.
Shout out
Okay.
to Pete's Coffee.
I don't
Good
like
matcha.
Dutch Bros. It's like milk with a splash of coffee.
Okay.
It's so crazy. My brothers love it, but it's too sweet. Pete's good.
Pete's all day.
Pete's not bad.
You'll never guess who's number 7.
What is number 7?
Lazy Dog, right
Oh.
downstairs.
They are dog friendly.
74% of people that
Love
work
that.
at Lazy Dog say, hey, you should get a job here.
Okay.
It's a great restaurant, really good. Have you
is
been
good.
to the Lazy Dog?
No.
It's excellent.
It's good.
It's excellent.
I might go today.
You know what? We were talking about grocery stores. I'm telling you, I think that there's one that should be investigated.
Uh-oh.
Erewhon.
Dude, that's a bougie.
Erewhon
like,
is the
weird.
biggest scam in
Agreed.
the
What are
world.
you telling, bro?
Yeah.
I ordered from Erewhon because I was like, all right, it's people that's about might be a little bit healthier for me.
Sure.
And then,
Smoothies?
I ordered some lemonade or something. It comes in a jar I didn't ask for. I'm paying for this glass.
Yeah.
All right. It's all a ruse. I asked for some chicken broth. Comes in a glass jar.
Okay. I'm glad you
What?
said this. This
Yeah.
is exactly what the point I was going to make. And so my brother is a big Erewhon guy.
Got money.
And he bought exactly that chicken soup in the glass thing.
Yeah.
And it was $18 for like a
My
regular,
goodness.
just mason jar of soup.
Didn't ask for it in a jar.
So my mom, I can tell you this because my brother doesn't listen to the show. My mom made a bunch of chicken soup. Then she got mason jars. Then she created a logo, and it says Donawan
I
instead
love
of
that.
Erewhon.
I love that.
And then she's going to present this to my brother and say, yeah, this cost $1.85 to make or whatever it was. But yeah,
Love it.
Donawan is the brand new
You were talking about
brand.
Whole Foods being expensive. Like Erewhon makes Whole Foods
Disgusting.
look like Sam's
Cheap.
Club.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Luxury groceries.
it's brutal.
The pot pie is great.
Why do people go there?
The hype.
What do you mean? Because the Bieber lady told him to.
Yes.
Oh, there's a Kardashian thing too. The Kardashians do there. They have weird shakes and smoothies and
There's an
stuff.
Erewhon near where I live that, it's always been on the pricier side of stuff, but it wasn't that expensive. And I remember, to your point, after like the Bieber lady and the Kardashians, and they started talking up Erewhon.
It's over.
Yeah, the prices just went through the roof.
It's just something that happens when they're like, oh, if they put it in their bodies, it must be great.
Yeah.
You know what else is in those bodies? All right? Don't lie to yourself like
Oh,
this. You don't have
they're
to.
natural. They're
Yeah.
natural. That's what
BBL.
they say.
All
Hey,
natural.
Shout out to Kylie. She
Okay.
showed the real.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was like
Instagram.
saying.
She real.
Oh, really quick,
Yes.
Denise, before you move on, because
Uh-huh.
I keep forgetting. Richard, who works at the In-N-Out off of Francisquito, when I went a few weeks ago, was the sweetest dude ever. Shout
nice.
out to Richard at In-N-Out right there, where the original one.
Oh, that's
used to be.
very cool.
Whataburger's overrated.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I've
Tell-
never had a Whataburger.
Garbage.
Is
It's
it?
disgusting.
No, you're fine.
You know what
your
I- you
life
don't
is
need
actually
it.
better.
You know what other one I've never had is Five Guys. Is Five Guys any good?
Hold
They're
on.
huge.
Wait a minute.
It's aight.
Wait a minute.
It's aight.
Their trick for Five Guys
Yeah.
is that they wrap it in aluminum foil so the bread and everything is soft. But other than that, it's a pretty normal burger.
The thing
It's just
you
very
know about
expensive.
Five Guys, the burgers and just all
Fries.
pork, they're massive.
Yeah.
They give you a lot.
I'm paying $30.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a
need that.
bargain. I'm just saying
Yeah.
they give you a lot.
Do you guys like Shake Shack? I don't like Shake Shack.
Shake Shack, when it first came out, I was cool, but then it's like the wrapping that it comes in makes
like
the
it.
bread like it's too soft. I don't need wet bread. I'm
Yeah.
not a duck.
It's like
the
White
only,
Castle.
The only place I even know there's a Shake Shack is center
Down the
field at
street.
Dodger Stadium.
No,
Oh, there's one here?
Yeah, there's one down
Over by
You gotta
USC?
get it there. Don't
Yeah.
get it delivered.
Yeah.
No, fake
Because
that way.
once that steam hits that bun, it's over.
Oh,
Or
it's
like
all
White
over.
Castle. White Castle's garbage.
Yeah.
I've never had one. I've seen the movie.
I
multiple
grew
times.
up on White Castle,
Yeah.
so
It's not good.
it
Sorry,
is. It is delicious
I
when
used
you
to eat a
are
lot of White
stoned
Castle.
and drunk. It
Yep.
is fantastic.
I like Taco Bell.
They're like little baby burgers.
Yeah,
It's not
I've
good,
seen
man.
them before.
Yeah,
I used
they're
to eat
So
those
it's like
good.
drunk
all
food?
the time.
Little baby burgers. That's a back east thing, I think.
And back east, Midwest.
Ohio.
Midwest.
Toledo, Ohio, exactly.
My friend,
Midwest,
when I
shout
went
to
to
Bowling Green.
Chicago,
Yeah.
she was like, "You got to go to White Castle." I was like, "All right, whatever." It's like, "No, man, I'm
I
good."
got one more thing I wanted to play, and I want to dedicate this to our friend Brian Cohen. Everybody is
Wow.
super excited, right? There's so much Chargers hype. Chargers. Jim Harbaugh, Chargers. And look, he's wearing his Bolts hat and everything.
baby, both up.
Peter Schrager, who knows more about the NFL than anybody in the world, was talking about the Chargers this week. Listen to this.
I've been hearing the same thing about the Chargers since they were in San Diego, Los Angeles.
But they got the right coach this time, Peter.
Sure, sure. Guess what? They had the right coach last year. They lost both times. I just can't do the Chargers thing every June, every July. I've done it. I've been a part of it. That logo, for whatever reason, we always say, this is the year, this is the year, this is the year. It wasn't the year last year. They lost in the playoffs in the wild card round after being up 100 points. Again, that's what they do. I can't dethrone the Chiefs on paper just because they added another player or they added another thing or they've got the best strength coach or Jesse Minter's the best. I can't do it every year, guys. I'm sorry. I like the Chargers. I do. I think it's a pretty logo and everything, and he's a tough coach. The Chiefs are the Chiefs, and until they lose, I can't just give them the credit.
Yeah. So, Brian Cohen?
This is our year.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
and,
right.
And I will say on his thing of last year, nobody expected the Chargers to be good last year.
I did.
No.
I thought Jim Harbaugh would immediately turn it around.
But them going, 10 wins into the playoffs, all that stuff, nobody really expected that.
Do you know if the Raiders, go Pete Carroll, have a better record than the Chargers at the end of this year? Do you know what happens?
No.
We shave Brian Cohen's head.
No way.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
We ain't worried about it. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, you don't listen.
You know what happens if the Chargers have a better record than the Raiders?
Don't you tell me that John shaves his head.
Nothing.
Yes.
Nothing.
What?
There's nothing on the other end of the bed.
What
it's
a
the worst bet in
Chargers thing to
history.
do.
No, everybody
it is
else
so
is scared. Nobody
Chargery.
wants to ante up their hair,
Bro, you're so wild. I was a Chargers fan for a very long time.
Were
in my
you?
life. Bro, because my dad, Raider.
Oh, sure.
And then, at some point, I was like, Mom, we're not from Oakland. What is going on? She's like, they used to be part of L.A. I was like, well, you've always taught me that used to is a rooster that don't crow no more. So I said, what's closer, San Diego or Oakland? She said, well, technically San Diego. So I was a San Diego Supercharger fan.
Wow.
LT, Antonio Gates, Lorenzo Neal, whole nine, right? Yeah. And, I cheered year after year after year for the goodest quarterback of all time, Phillip Rivers.
Goodest.
Not great.
No, you're right. He was really good.
He's
Not
damn
great.
good.
Yeah.
And it's just always right there with that team. Then 2016, it was between Chargers, Raiders, and Rams. I said, whoever comes here first gets my allegiance.
And now
Rams
you're doing
came
all
first.
the Rams stuff.
Yep.
I see
Won
you
a
on
Super
TV.
Bowl.
Won a Super Bowl.
And who follows me? My ex, the Chargers.
There you go.
Just peeping at me every chance they get.
So,
Same colors and everything.
So, Brian, you feel like this is the year?
Of course, this is the year.
Obviously.
Let's be real. Come on now.
Let's be real.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Oh, boy.
There you have it. There is the show. Until we get to Game of Games, right? Whose game is it today? Oh, Andy Kamenetsky's game.
It's rigged.
Rigged. I will still lose.
I will probably.
You could
still
give
lose,
me
too.
the answers and I would F it up.
She's still on her streak.
No.
What's the score, Lar?
I'm not that great. Ireland 3. Mace, you have 2.
Oh.
And then Brian Cohen has 1, I believe.
Oh, I won yesterday, too.
Oh, okay. You have 2. I'm so sorry. Brian, you have 2. I have 1, and somebody else has 1.
All right, some rando.
I don't have it pulled
Some
up.
rando has
mess
one.
up you guys'
Like, what? This is how we keep score.
No, but
the
listen,
show and then everybody.
Here's the thing: if you win today, all month long when we do the scoreboard, you're on the scoreboard.
You're on the scoreboard. Yep.
So this is a big moment for you. You got a
your
shot,
chance.
O'Shea.
Here it
Yeah,
is.
you got a shot. All right, we'll do Game of Games coming up next for you, Andy. What do you got?
That if you want to play in ESPN LA's second annual listeners game, visit ESPNLA.com right now for your chance to secure a roster spot. Don't miss the chance to play for either Team Travis or Team DeMarco. Visit ESPNLA.com today thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
ESPN LA is black and gold. Follow LAFC on the quest for trophies all season long. Every match, every pass, every goal.
Oh, Olivier! He drops to his knees and implores the heavens.
The home of LAFC is 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Mark your calendars, SoCal. The High Desert Beer and Wine Festival returns to the Palmdale Amphitheater on Saturday, June 21st from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sample craft brews from regional breweries, sip fine wines, and enjoy tasty food trucks while rocking out to live performances from Eve 6, DJ A1, and some of the best cover bands around. It's the tastiest party of the summer. Tickets available at highdesertbeerandwinefest.com. General admission and VIP options available. That's highdesertbeerandwinefest.com.
He's coming. Here he comes. Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for a new one out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless. What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Find what you love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
With curbside pickup and delivery available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. And O'Shea Jackson Jr., sir, Andy, me, Laura. It is Brian's game. Now, Brian, are you able to keep score? Oh, I'm sorry, Andy. Are you able to keep score as we go along?
Why not?
Okay, so Brian's playing. It's Andy's game. Andy, what's the game?
Okay, so originally on Monday, I had been asked by Laura to create a game for Wednesday.
Correct.
And because I had a lot going on Tuesday and a long drive to West Covina for yesterday for Islands, I decided to get ahead of the game. And I wrote it on Monday, tying it to our remote at Islands.
Okay.
And there's going to be a quiz about different types of islands.
Okay.
But then yesterday, Beto ended up doing
did
the
a
game, but I
about
wasn't going to let
islands.
the work go to waste. So,
Okay.
all right.
So
it's a
second
game
day.
about
So it's like a double header.
Yeah, various types of islands.
Okay.
This is the game we're playing.
Islands game.
Should go well.
We love islands, by the way.
Yes, yes.
Yes, we do. And if you want to celebrate your dad, you can go there and get a burger and beer for $10. Not
See?
just on Sunday, but all week.
There you go.
Get a Maverick and tell him O'Shea Jackson Jr. sent you.
There you go.
Nothing will happen.
Nothing will
You'll be
happen.
presented a bill.
All right.
What is the largest island in the world? Greenland, New Guinea, or Borneo? Greenland, New Guinea, or Borneo, the largest island in the world. Mace goes first.
I will try Greenland.
O'Shea.
The map is a lie. So it was Greenland, New Guinea, and
Borneo.
Oh man, I'm gonna go. Let's just say New Guinea. Why not?
Okay. BC.
Let's go Greenland.
And Laura.
I'm going the one they didn't pick. Whatever that one was.
Well, you should have gone with the crowd.
Oh.
Greenland is the
It is a
largest
big,
island.
sprawling-
It's big,
It
but
is-
the map is a lie.
It is bigger
It
than the
is
combined
sometimes.
area of New Guinea and Borneo, the two next biggest islands.
Okay.
God dang it.
What is considered the most visited tourist island in the world? Dominica in the Dominican Republic, Madagascar off the coast of Africa, or Palawan in the Philippines? Dominica, Madagascar, or Palawan, the most visited tourist island in the world? O'Shea goes first.
I am gonna go with the one in the Philippines.
Palawan.
Palawan.
BC.
The Dominican.
Dominican, Laura.
Madagascar.
And Mace.
Philippines.
Philippines is correct. Palawan is the most visited tourist island in
Philippines
the world.
is a gigantic. There's so many people
true.
living in
I
the
know.
Philippines. Yeah.
Jollibee, baby.
There's
Hey,
a Jollibee right next to the island.
They have their headquarters right there in West Covina.
Jollibee is fire.
What? There are a variety of ingredients that can be found in Thousand Island dressing, but there's one ingredient considered a staple for giving the dressing the bumpy texture. What is that ingredient? Chopped pickles, chopped green olives, or chopped pimentos? Chopped pickles, chopped green olives, or chopped pimentos, the bumpy texture in Thousand Island. BC goes first.
Chopped pickles.
Laura.
It is chopped pickles.
Mace.
Chopped pickles.
O'Shea.
Oh, it better be chopped pickles. I'll tell
It
you that.
is, in fact, chopped
Right.
pickles. That is
Yes.
where you get the bumpy texture in Thousand Island. Gilligan on Gilligan's Island
Oh yeah.
was
Here we go.
never referred to as anything other than Gilligan.
Yeah.
Is Gilligan the first name or the last name of the
good
character?
question. Good
Laura
question.
goes first.
Why? I already went first. Just kidding. I will go last name.
Mace.
Last name.
O'Shea.
I was gonna say last name.
And BC.
Last name.
It is correct. It is his last name,
Yes.
but Sherwood Schwartz, the creator of Gilligan's Island, said that his first name was Willie. So
Willie.
Willie Gilligan.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is
William
his name.
Gilligan.
Which part of Long Island are the Baldwin brothers, Alec, Daniel, William, and Stephen from? Oyster Bay, Hempstead, or Massapequa? Part of the Long Island that the Baldwin brothers are from. Mace goes first.
I'm going to try Massapequa.
O'Shea.
What was it? Hempstead?
Hempstead or Oyster Bay, Massapequa?
Ooh. That oyster one sounds good.
I know. That's what I'm
That
leaning
one
at.
sounds
Yeah.
good. But I'm going to stay with Hempstead.
Hempstead, BC.
Oyster Bay.
And Laura.
I'm with BC Oyster Bay.
Oh, y'all should have listened to Mace. It's Massapequa.
Oh, my goodness. Just give it to him.
That's wrong.
Seriously, I only have two.
Mace is
he's
leading
got-
right now with 5, O'Shea and BC 3, Laura 2.
That's right.
You haven't missed one.
Broncos
You
country.
haven't missed
He
one,
has not
Nate.
missed one.
That's right.
What island was the Tom Hanks movie Castaway filmed on? Tahiti, Fiji, or Kiribati? Tahiti, Fiji, or Kiribati? Tom Hanks movie Castaway was filmed on. O'Shea goes first.
I'm going to go with Fiji.
Fiji. BC.
Fiji.
Laura?
I go with the last one you said.
Kiribati?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kiribati also.
You should have gone Fiji. It is, in
yes.
fact, Fiji. So now,
Wow.
Mace 5, O'Shea and BC 4.
Well, the
Laura
actor
with
knows
2.
movie stuff.
The man always on location. What country is Skull Island from the original King Kong movie located roughly 2,000 miles from, according to the movie? Myanmar, Thailand, or Indonesia? Myanmar, Thailand, or Indonesia? Skull Island. You're in a Skull Island movie, aren't you?
No. I'm in King of the Monsters, Godzilla.
Oh, yeah.
King Kong's overrated.
BC goes first.
What were the options again? I'm sorry.
Myanmar, Thailand, or Indonesia?
Thailand.
Laura.
Indonesia.
Mace.
Indonesia.
O'Shea.
For the sake of the game, I'm going Myanmar.
Oh, you should have gone Indonesia.
Yeah,
Laura now with 3. Mace is up to 6.
Yes.
O'Shea and BC 4. Laura 3. Which
I
island?
got no chance, but yay.
Which island is Wonder Woman from?
Oh.
Corto Maltese,
Whoa.
Themyscira, or Zandia? Corto Maltese, Themyscira, or Zandia? Wonder Woman is from, I believe it is Laura going first?
Sure, whatever. The last one it was. I can't
Zandia.
even. That one.
Zandia. Mace.
I'm going Zandia.
O'Shea.
What was the second one?
Second was Themyscira.
Going with that.
Themyscira.
Zandia.
O'Shea creeping up on
wow.
Mace. She is from Themyscira. I got a few more.
Okay.
The song Islands in the Stream was a #1 hit in 1983, a duet between country
in the stream.
music legend.
I was not
Dolly
born,
Parton.
dude. I was not even born.
Bringing this full circle, we were talking about white people at the beginning of the
It's
show.
called Islands.
They're
in the
back.
Stream.
They always
it's
come back.
Pretty white,
Dolly
yeah.
Parton and Kenny Rogers.
Come on,
but the
no.
song was not written by either of them or originally written for them. Who was the song originally written for Islands in the Stream? Diana Ross, Smokey Robinson, or Olivia Newton-John? Diana Ross, Smokey Robinson, or Olivia Newton-John. The song was originally written for one of them, Islands in the Stream. Mace goes first.
I'm going to try Olivia Newton-John. That was kind of her peak.
Gonna go black, people. Diana Ross.
Olivia Newton-John.
And
Smokey Robinson.
O'Shea has tied the song. It was originally written for Diana Ross, and fun fact, written by the Bee Gees.
Yeah,
Is that
it
right?
sounds like the Bee Gees.
Yeah, it
wrote-
does sound like a Bee
It
Gees
actually
song,
really
sure.
does. So I've got 2 more left plus a tiebreaker. At this point, I guess Laura's out.
How many do they have? 5 or 6?
O'Shea and Mace have 6. BC
Oh, yeah,
has 4.
I'm done.
Wait a minute, I'm tied?
Yeah.
Yes.
O'Shea, you
So
snuck up
Laura
on me?
is out.
I'm out.
I guess BC is technically still
Still
in.
in.
Still in, you got to go opposites.
In the movie Point Break, what was the name of the island that Johnny Utah, Keanu Reeves' FBI agent, tracks down Bodie, Swayze's character, after he goes on the run from the law? Hell's Beach, Bell's Beach, or Swell's Beach? Hell's Beach, Bell's Beach, or Swell's Beach? That's where Swayze was. Johnny Utah tracked him down. I guess Mace would go first.
I would say Hell's Beach.
O'Shea?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but I'll go.
You can still say
You
it.
can still say it.
All right,
You're
Hell's
tied.
Beach.
Swells Beach.
Oh, BC, you lost your opportunity. It's Bell's Beach.
Oh!
Bell's Beach in
Damn it.
Australia.
Damn.
Where
Damn it.
Bodie surfed one
You're
last
still in it,
wave.
though, because they got it
but,
wrong.
like, I wasn't
He's
going to
still in
say
it.
Hell's
Okay,
Beach.
so we're tied.
You're tied at 6. BC's out.
No, he's still in because they got it wrong, right? So
Right, but he's 2 behind.
never
You only
mind.
got
Yeah,
1
yeah.
left. How many inducted Hall of Famers in Cooperstown are from the Dominican Republic?
He picked baseball.
4, 5, or 6? 4, 5, or 6 inducted Hall of Famers in Cooperstown. From the DR, O'Shea goes first.
Listen, bro. I got to stay alive. Lakers in 5. I got to go with 5.
I'm going 5.
The answer's 5. It is 5. Juan Marichal, Pedro Martinez, Vlad Guerrero, David Ortiz, Adrian Beltre. So we are down to my tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker.
Come on, come on.
Do you have
So
something to
annoying.
write with, O'Shea?
All I
You
had
got-
to do
okay.
was listen to my first gut and say Indonesia, and I wouldn't be in this situation.
According to the Islands LinkedIn page, Islands Restaurant LinkedIn page, how many total Islands restaurants are there in the entire world?
In the entire world.
In the entire world.
So exactly this company, Islands.
Islands restaurants in the entire world, according to their LinkedIn page, how many total restaurants are there?
All right. I've written down a number. Shay's thinking. Supercomputing.
I've also got a tiebreaker.
Beautiful mind.
if
He's
needed.
Russell Croweing this. He's doing some math, some addition, some subtraction.
Carry that one.
Tricky. Okay.
What do you guys got?
We are so different on this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm way low. I've got 39.
39? How many do you have?
360.
Steve Mason, you are the winner. 42.
There's only 42.
I was in the ballpark.
According to their LinkedIn.
Yeah. 42?
42.
Yes. You know how many islands I run into? I've probably seen 17 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
42
Nice.
according to the LinkedIn
Awesome.
page.
You want to know something?
What?
You just tied Ireland.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
That's
Listen,
right.
There
If I
you
would have
go.
known that's what was at stake, I would have threw the game.
Yeah. No, it is what's, baby face over heel. That's what we're looking for.
We got to get the baby face over.
All right, so we're gonna do some super crosstalk coming up. I saw Trudell roaming around. I heard Cappy might be here. Maybe some Shadano. We don't know exactly, but we will do some super crosstalk next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Life changes, people change, people's wiring changes.
People change.
It's true, George.
Seasons change.
That's right. I'd sacrifice tomorrow just to have you here today. Oh, yeah. Don't get me started with Lisa, Cult Jam, and Full Force.
That was expose.
That, too. Yeah.
Sedano and Cap is next at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? Just 9 miles from downtown LA and near the 710 freeway, it's completely reimagined with new ownership, renovations, and upgraded amenities. We're also home to California's largest card room jackpot ever, $3.7 million. New players score $30 in match play when they say, Cappy sent me. Park West Bicycle Casino, come see what everyone's talking about.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR 001291. GAR 001292. PSIS license number 1358.
Hey everyone, this is Ramona Shelburne. Did you know that Children's Hospital of Los Angeles isn't just a local favorite? They're ranked one of the best pediatric hospitals in the country by U.S. News and World Report. With nearly 15,000 surgeries a year, they handle more complex procedures than any other hospital in Southern California. That's major league expertise right in our backyard. When it comes to your child's health, CHLA is playing in a league of their own.
The biggest event of the summer is coming to Honda Center. Saturday, June 28th. Most Valuable Promotions presents global boxing star Jake Paul on his path to becoming world champion. Taking on Mexico's former world champion, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. In the co-main event, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez defends his world titles against Cuba's knockout artist, Yuniel Dorticos. Former boxing and UFC champ Holly Holm returns, live from the Honda Center on Saturday, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
That is the kind of snarky remark that comes from someone who reads The New Yorker.
Yeah.
Mike Trudell is here. Mike, what's going on, man?
It's one of the few things Mason likes to bring up every time.
I love
right
to bring
away.
it up because you love The New Yorker, and the articles are so long.
I, like O'Shea, was surprised at the island's limitation.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was the
I
number of
just
islands.
went back to the LinkedIn page to make sure
Not
I had it
questioning you,
correct.
Andy,
Oh, no,
just
I think you're right.
surprised.
No,
Yeah.
but it sounded low to me, too. I was
Yeah.
like, 42? Really?
42?
Oh, Cappy's there. Cappy, did you realize there are only 42 islands? I mean, islands restaurants.
Yeah.
There's only 42 in the country?
In the country.
The
Oh, I didn't know that.
In the world.
dude.
In the
In
world.
the world.
Yeah, I
In
mean,
the
that's
world.
why it's so special for us
this
to be
is
there like
phrased-
yesterday.
Unless this is phrased poorly on their LinkedIn page, 42.
Okay.
42.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because yesterday, the young lady, her name was Rachel Nelson. She was the regional manager, and there were 6 islands restaurants in her region.
Yeah, she had 6 in her region.
Right.
There were, it is, you're absolutely right. I just Googled it, and 39 is the number.
Hey, 42 is the
Oh,
number.
sorry, 42 is
Look
the
at
number,
you,
yeah.
just one of
Is
you
it
right
just
there.
SoCal?
It is SoCal, and according to the LinkedIn page,
Arizona.
SoCal and Arizona.
Yeah,
Hawaii
Arizona.
doesn't have an island?
No islands. No islands in the
Y'all
islands.
are dropping the ball. Oh, wait, is Sedano's not on, right?
He's coming. He's coming. He'll
All
be
right,
coming.
let me get this in
Get
quick.
the Wi-Fi going
Let
in
me
the
get
Indy
this in
Hotel.
quick. Cappy, I know you are praying for the Pacers to win, so you can
know
be
it.
right.
Oh,
I'm right there with you, Cappy.
O'Shea, everybody. Mason in Ireland.
Yeah.
Mason are like, oh, no, Oklahoma City. Mr. Ball Knower sitting next to himself, Mike Trudell.
No, there
I'm
isn't
not,
a single credible person in the media who picked OKC.
Right,
It's
so
just
he's
just
saying
you.
you're not credible.
Right. He used the word credible.
Yes,
right.
of course
But-
not.
but
Basketball,
Mike-
he knows that.
But Mike, in the I'm trying to remember what series it was earlier in the playoffs where not one ESPN there were 13, I believe, or 11 ESPN basketball related personalities.
Yeah.
And they all picked whoever it was, and I picked against them and won that one too.
Yeah, there's a famous expression: nobody knows nothing.
Yeah.
And the truth is, when these series tip off, you really don't know. You can make an evaluation, you can have seen them played, all that stuff, but you just don't know in any sport.
Usually people have a pretty, like Vegas, for example, usually has a pretty good idea.
By the way, Vegas now has what the favorite is for outcome of the series.
I would still think they have OKC.
OKC in 7.
Yeah.
Second pick, OKC in 6.
Yeah.
They still think Vegas still thinks OKC is coming back
But
to win the series.
Disrespecting
O'Shea, that's why I don't want to count my chickens yet. You know what I'm saying?
We don't even have.
Cappy, just celebrate.
Right.
Come on, you're
Yeah.
looking great so far, Cappy.
Hey, listen,
You're
Mike.
looking great.
How many people who said that Oklahoma City was going to win, which you point out is every credible NBA source, okay? How many of them even gave Indiana 2 wins?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people said 6 out of some respect for Indy, but the thing that impressed me the most, Cappy, in Game 3 was the OKC actually looked tired for the first time that I've seen them all season long. They looked a little bit like, wait a second, are we actually in a little trouble here? So like there was a tiny bit of doubt creeping into some of the Thunder players. Now, I do think they respond well in Game 4, but I've been wrong all along on this series.
I think a lot of those Thunder players aren't used to playing that deep into games regularly because they spent most of the season kicking the crap out of teams.
Yeah, just resting in the fourth because they were up by 20.
I think that's a big point right there, Andy. And George keeps driving home. Right, you are a ball knower. George keeps driving home this notion that Oklahoma City had, of let's just say 65 wins during the regular season. Very, very few of them were close games. Most of them were big blowouts, comfortable leads. And now they find themselves in a back and forth battle, and they're not quite as battle tested. Now you might say, well, they did have that 7-game series against Denver, but this is now deeper and later.
So this is this is an amazing stat to me. So when Tyrese Halliburton scores less than 20 points in a game, they are 27 and 28. When he scores 20 or more, they are 33 and 4. So they really do go as Halliburton goes.
Those are the splits.
Yeah, Andy, we were talking about the splits. He's studying all the splits. These are like really good. Now, what do you think, Trudeau?
Well, this is an interesting one because George and I were talking before yesterday's game about they had the stat about how OKC had limited Indiana to having Indiana having nobody score 20. And I responded in the first 2 games. I responded to George. Well, in the regular season, Siakam, their leading scorer, only averaged 20.2 points.
Right.
So this is a team that spreads it around. They don't have Halliburton at the top of the floor doing screen roll after screen roll like Shea does. So you're not really going to get that 20-point reliable score. But I also can't dispute what you just said, Mason. Like, when he is more aggressive, it does seem to make the team play better.
When I took a look at
let me bring Shadano in here from the road. George, O'Shea Jackson Jr. is here, too.
Hey, O'Shea.
What's going on, Sedano? You seem well.
It's been a long.
Where are you now? You're like at an airport somewhere. You're
I'm
Residence
in
Inn. Where are you at right now?
It's just been a lot of meetings.
I would imagine.
I thought you were going to come in on a higher note. You're killing it on the national television and ABC on the worldwide. I thought you'd be coming in hot.
No, I'm good. There's just a lot of meetings. So meetings take a lot out of you. Is what I would say.
So, like, what are these meetings like with teams, coaches,
They're
that kind of
production
stuff?
meetings, ESPN production meetings. Then there's a different level of meetings, like the larger ESPN team, and then there's the NBA meeting with the.
What about a Shadano and Cat meeting? Was there a Shadano and Cat meeting?
I had a quick meeting with Lindsay, about 10 minutes to map out the show. That was about the only time I had in retrospect. And just to answer your question, Mike, yes, and Mace. T.J. McConnell told us 2 days ago that they do feel like Halliburton needs to be more aggressive and maybe take some shots that aren't considered quote-unquote great shots because they need him to get going and be more aggressive. And he certainly did that. He found his spots yesterday. So.
The more shots, the more field goal attempts that Halliburton has, the more likely they are to win. Again, if you break down the numbers.
Yeah, and Andy, what I would say is, before Game 3, he couldn't even get in the paint.
Yeah.
And they were able to, and I talked to him today. He was one of our meetings today. And we talked to him today about it, and he just talked about how, they were less structured. I guess the best way to describe it, right? It's not an exact quote, but that they were less structured, a little more free-flowing, a little more read and react, and that allowed them to take advantage of OKC's defense a little bit, who was expecting something more structured, right?
Yeah.
And that allowed him to touch the paint. And once he touches the paint, then he can spray it out to guys. And that's when he's most dangerous, whether he gets it back eventually or some other guys find some open looks, because OKC is so aggressive, particularly at protecting the paint. Now, they're usually very good at getting out to the guys on the outside, but when the ball's moving and whipping around, it's the old Mike D'Antoni saying, and I know not Laker fans don't love Mike D'Antoni, but he is right about this. The ball moves faster than the defense.
Right.
There's no question about that. So that's what they've been able to do. And their pace, man, it will wear on you. Like, they take the ball out after misses. They take the ball out. They go fast after makes. And you got to keep up toe-to-toe against them while also defending at a breakneck pace. It does take a toll on you.
So I got to ask, Cappy, how do you keep up with this much inside NBA knowledge that George delivers on the show? How do you do it?
I mean, I don't know if that's super inside knowledge.
Oh, no, I mean, those are really strong, good analysis is what that is. Now, Cappy, do you have similar analysis, or do your numbers say something different?
Well, how do you suppose George just gave you all of that?
Well, you just
you don't think that he and I had this conversation 15, 20 minutes ago?
I actually don't.
Yeah, the man
we
had
did.
8 production meetings today.
Yeah, we did.
Well, speaking
well,
of
one of those production meetings was me explaining to George what Halliburton was doing last night, and him just regurgitating it to you, man.
Oh, so he got all this from you.
Right. You got that right.
Speaking of meetings and everything, I'm the only person in this room right now in the studio that doesn't have some level of acting experience, because of course Andy used to be an actor,
majored in theater.
Mace, of course, is dabbled.
Grew up an actor.
Shay, like on set, do you have? Does it feel like that the way George is describing it, where there's like you're just waiting and there's meetings for somebody that knows nothing about it? Like when you're filming, is every movie a little different? How does that work with like the stuff that's pissing you off versus the stuff that's fun? And
I mean, it's a lot of waiting. I like to make sure that when I am in character, no one looks me directly in the eye.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
you tell him.
that's good.
Yeah, that's right.
You tell him. Yeah. You tell him, bro.
But I mean, no.
Are you one of those guys that stays in character like the whole time you're there?
No.
Method?
What I really like to
You're
do
not a method
is,
actor.
You're not like
Daniel
Jeremy
Day-Lewis?
Strong over there.
No, that's great. It'll drive you crazy. What I really get a kick out of is like if I do a dramatic scene, I'm not one of those actors that takes himself too serious where I'm like, nobody talk to me or whatever. I get a kick out of being able to get in pocket and then as soon as I hear cut, go back to a joke. Because it just makes you look crazy to the other actors, and that's my way of threatening them.
In my experience, when I do a scene and it goes well, I just look at the director and say, "Nailed it!" And directors like to know when you nail it.
I ask, I will go.
Reasonable.
I'll go to the director and Shay do good. They say Shay do good.
Shay do good.
Shay do good.
Shay done good.
So I'm going to do something that we established a little bit earlier. I'm doing something tonight that is a bit white. I'm going to see Mumford and Sons.
White?
Shay says, I'm seeing Mumford and Sons at the Hollywood Bowl. Shay, you're not a Mumford and Sons guy.
I haven't been before. Don't plan on doing it now.
But he is an Imagine Dragons guy.
Imagine Dragons ain't white.
Which, no, but
they are white adjacent at minimum.
This shocks me that you're an Imagine Dragons guy.
And Imagine Dragons, aren't at least some of them Mormon as well?
I know. Dan Reynolds, they come from Vegas. I don't know.
Imagine Dragons is clear. All right, they're not white. All right,
they're translucent. Yeah, they're light blue.
All right, they've gotten past it. But Imagine Dragons, for fans of the NBA 2K series, they remember when that song was popping during the pause menu.
Oh man,
that locks you in.
Every song they write sounds like a stadium anthem.
Yes,
most of them can be played during games.
To be played during sports.
Yeah,
for sports.
Yeah.
Give me a song from Mumford and Sons, Mace.
I will wait for you.
All right, that's one.
But then you need like the banjo. That's the whole.
That's one.
Yeah, I knew one was in there.
Right. Shay done good. He knew. Shay done good.
Shay done good.
A banjo. That's white.
I haven't been to the bowl in a long time though. The bowl it's a whole thing.
So you're going for the bowl, not the band?
No, definitely going for the band. It's
That's
one of my. It's
show.
one of my favorite bands. Yeah. One of my favorite bands is Mumford and Sons. Well, I don't know what you're doing.
You ever seen that S before?
No.
Wow.
Have you?
Yeah. What do you mean? We used to do that in school. All the
Oh, really? I don't know what that means. But Hollywood Bowl's cool. We're walking up the hill. We're walking to the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
we took
You don't wanna deal with the parking
We
up
got a
there.
hotel room in like Hollywood, and we're walking up the hill to the Hollywood Bowl. Pepe Mantilla is going to be there tonight. I think he's going
guy.
to send us a bottle of wine, which
The
is very
horse.
nice of him
That
in
is
advance.
nice.
Yeah. So I got a big night planned, and then it's Mom's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're going out to the desert?
Happy birthday, Mom.
Going out to the desert, yeah.
Okay.
What is
Spend the
Stepdad
weekend with
Leo
Mom.
doing for
Not Stepdad Leo. Not Stepdad Leo, right.
I have
Listen to
no
the
idea. I'm sure it will be good. We've picked out something nice for her. It's
Like what?
Well, I don't. She's watching right now, so I don't want to say that it's jewelry, but it's.
Hi, Mom.
Well, I guess I just gave it away, didn't I? I guess
Whoa,
I
you
did.
got trolled.
That's
Yeah,
always
really.
a winner.
Yeah, that's true.
You got some ice for your mom, huh?
Got some ice. I keep looking at Shay's chains, and I'm like, I got chains, but I don't got no ice. I just got 2 chains.
That feels like a Donna necklace right there. What
she would
Shay's
love,
wearing.
She would love this.
Or the grill.
So yeah,
The grill. Mom and the grill
that's
is a
what-
great
that's
concept.
something-
I asked
something
O'Shea
to
if
consider.
he let me try it on.
Yeah,
he said,
no.
I can't take it
You
out.
can't try on my
You
grill.
don't put people's grills on.
I know, but
It's
it's
something that Donna would, just something to think
A
about.
grill for Mom.
Think about.
Yeah,
That
you know.
would be. We got to just figure out how to get the mold on
She'd
it.
stand out
Yeah, she definitely would stand
in the
out.
community.
Start working on that for the next birthday.
Next
That's
birthday,
like a project.
you get a grill.
Not a lot of grills at Mumford and
Now-
Sons. I don't
No,
think.
not at all.
Shay, did you watch the game at all yesterday?
Absolutely, man. I loved the shock and awe on Twitter when it came to all the SGA Stan accounts. That's what I really enjoyed.
You don't like
SGA
SGA?
Stan accounts. What's
Listen,
Stan accounts mean?
I will never forgive you, Sedano, for
Right.
that aura line, bro.
Oh,
I mean, he's pretty damn. So you
The
know
dude's
for letting me
impressive.
sharing your aura.
Yeah, the
So you
dude's
know what's
impressive.
funny?
The dude's
you know what?
impressive.
He's impressive, and in person he's even more impressive. And here, not only his game, but just as a dude, his thoughtfulness. And this was my colleagues who had been around. You would appreciate this.
Okay.
And I know this may sound blasphemous, but these are my colleagues who have worked in the NBA for 30 years. One of them played in the NBA and won a championship.
Sure.
And competed against this person. They said not his game, not stylistically the same, but the way his mind seems to work and the way he puts thought into every answer and gives you such an incredible level of detail. They said they reminded him of Kobe in a lot of the way that he describes.
He has also recently said Kobe is his all-time favorite player.
Yes, and this is why I can't fully hate on him. It seemed like for 3 finals in a row, or just they either told me Booker was going to be Kobe, and then they told me Tatum, and then now it's SGA. But SGA isn't about play style; it's more about his mind. I appreciate that, but if you're not in purple and gold, you could go pound sand. For all I care,
right.
dude.
Hey, by the way, picking up on what Shay said, we were talking earlier about